And welcome back to Baba Yaga's Dancing Hut, the Witch Hunters. Last session, the guys finally put Grick to rest. His spirit has gone on to a better place now. Now that his murderer has been dealt with, turned to stone. You reassured him that no harm would ever come to him from Jaden ever again. As thanks, he even granted you a couple of potions, and you asked him a few questions as well about potentials of Eleanor and all the other mysteries inside the hut, including Natasha and when she was here, like actually working for the Queen, the Witch Queen. But nonetheless, you bid him adieu and made your way into this dusty chamber, which has now come to known as the decommissioned conjuration chamber. And all of the hints and signs were there: chalk, candles. These are the tools of a conjurer. And when you uncovered the strange translucent wall, there was some sort of illusion there. There was a chamber with runes carved into the bottom. One of them was glowing blue and like thrumming with power as Eleanor slept in the actual room just to the side. These decommissioned golems awoke and they started marching towards you. They seemed to remember their last intrusion as being this thief, and as they posed you with this riddle, I think Eridanus, you came through with the answer and stopped you from being smushed. And you looted the body of this thief. Turns out it was him. He was the one all along who had stolen the boots from Eleanor's quarters. And I think Dyer, you snatched those up and put them on. So
Oh
well,
yes.
we'll see if Eleanor mentions that or not today. But regardless, there was something strange going on, and as you read the pages of this book that was left on the table, you started to realize that Eleanor was perhaps reading about first-hand accounts of fey creatures within the material plane. Perhaps she was wondering where her sister was, perhaps what the outside world is like. If Eleanor was taken here as a yet very young foster child, then it's unlikely that she even remembers what it's like outside of the hut. She must have grown up here her whole life. So to be reading about the material plane is it's an interesting thought. But anyway, the thrumming runes began to glow brighter and brighter, and as Eleanor began to enter into this REM sleep, you could see her eyelids flickering and her eyeballs moving around rapidly. That's when suddenly lightning arced through the runes, and as it dispersed in its place was a newly summoned dreamlike Jaden Thule, and he immediately drew his rapier and combat ensued. It was quite grueling, with thankfully most of the party evading his most deadly attacks. That horrific looking tail with the runes carved on the tip, and you chopped that off, flew after him, and finally brought him down. But instead of being an actual body, it seemed like he dispersed into smoke and dust, like he was never even real to begin with. Eleanor was also awoken in the midst of this battle via Ember, tapping into her actual thoughts, almost like a pseudo dreamlike spell. And shortly after that battle had finished, and you were trying to calm Eleanor down, was when Lady Mora showed up. You had to convince her that what you was doing was for the safety of Eleanor, and that what you'd actually just done is uncovered a potential plot against the Bone Mother herself. It's unsure what Jaden Thule's true motives were, but whatever they were hidden away, and he was in disguise the whole time. It doesn't seem like Lady Mora even knew about this. But seeing that you've kind of redeemed yourself, it almost felt like Lady Mora took a turn for the good on your side this time. You all theorized as to what Baba Yaga wants with Eleanor, why she is using her gift, why she is teaching her magic, what she sees in her, and what that eventually means. And it's obvious Lady Mora doesn't know what this is, and that it's probably something that's a secret. She doesn't want you to know what it is. Baba Yaga, that is. And thus, if you all approached her and asked her, she would either hide it away or potentially deal with you then and there. Or there's the potential she just tells you. But either way, it's a risky move if you all go ahead and ask. Better that Lady Mora goes and asks herself. And if she does somehow suddenly disappear from the hut, you'll know that it's something that Baba Yaga doesn't want others to learn about. Anyway, that's where we kind of left off. You guys are standing around, still inside this chamber. And I think, yeah, Snug just ran off. After a while, he does open the door again and reappear. Is is that all dealt with now? I can go clean this body up.
Well, one sec, Snurg. Careful in there. Yeah.
Oh my.
Just a quick one, Lady Mora. You wouldn't, as we were fighting Jaden, these golems kept on saying about something like give the right command word to restrain or something. Just in case anything happens here again, you wouldn't happen to know what that is, would you?
He steps over, looks into the chamber, says, yes. This conjuration chamber is attached to a magical prison down below. I believe one of the words contain them? What was it? I myself never used this chamber. And as such, I think one of the problems was that the containment field didn't quite work.
Ah. Faulty
When you say it's
magical circuitry.
When you say it's a prison down below, do you mean literally below, like in the hut somewhere, or where does this prison actually exist?
Of course.
We've seen a few curious chambers in this place.
Follow me.
Oh.
She leads you down the stairs.
Okay. I'll just kind of, as we're walking out, just kind of wink at Eridonis and point at like the moon room here and say, we should probably, a little bit in the future, see what's going on over there. But yeah, coming, Lady Mora.
Yep. As soon as apparently the game is paused, so I can't move. Everyone else is moving, which confused me.
We're loading. Right, June?
Yeah. Yes, we'll have to deal with that in the future, though. I'll need a rest before I can potentially open that door.
Very, moons and stars and sky stuff seems to be very prevalent in all of this. That chamber is very curious.
Oh, isn't Cataract room on the other side of that?
That's right.
That was certainly my impression. We do need to talk to him. But
yes, and
Lady Mora, you wanted us, right? To figure out what's going on with Kesserask. That's kind of two birds, one stone.
Yes, he has been reclused for far too long.
don't seem as angry about that right now as you did, a couple hours ago. Kind of relaxed a little bit. Maybe had a bath. That bathhouse is nice. Oh, just lost my voice there. Wow. Ugh,
You
wow,
was the
that
one who was disobeying orders.
I never. I follow all. That's preposterous.
You
Don's just
refused to
raising
hand
my
over the
eyebrow.
cloud key.
Well, I just did not refuse. I did. Where's the cloud key right now? It's in your possession. I didn't refuse anything. That's preposterous.
You were very obstinate.
Was I obstinate or just raising good points? Was I trying to make you there's something about you. I feel you've got a history, without question.
I'm not sure what history he's speaking of, but if I may say, my lady, you did seem to be a little more short-tempered with us than usual.
You had
Maybe-
vanished for quite some time, and this shadow beast has reared its head again after I thought we had already dealt with it.
Well,
We thought it had
That's-
been dealt with too, to be honest.
Not to mention you're forgetting the part where you freed a phoenix.
Well, it's
I
hard to
mean-
know what's free and what's
Release.
there you go.
I do have one thing. Well, the chain breaker. He owes us one more broken chain, but maybe a chain breaker can be a chain maker, and maybe we can call in a favor and have that third chain made to
Oh,
keep
those
the Shadow
chains
Beast
went-
in place.
Those chains were not made by him, and I doubt any chains can hold this creature.
Okay, just
Not
a suggestion.
magical ones, at least. And no, you're supposed to be loading in, because I've loaded the other map. I can see
Alright.
James is on it.
Oh, you have to click on the map.
For some
No,
reason, it's
you
not.
don't.
Or yeah, for some reason, I had this same problem on the Friday game. It
I'm reloading.
doesn't seem to already.
You don't need to
auto-dragon.
reload. You just need to click on the little icon that says 43, 48 in the top left.
Damn it. Alright, yeah, that's right. I remember now.
Yeah, now it's loading again, very slowly.
Oh, canvas drawing failed.
Yeah,
There
I
we go.
don't think
Yeah.
it's supposed to.
No, we're all
Thank
good.
you.
We're all good. I'm in.
Yeah, it keeps saying that, but doesn't actually seem to mean anything.
Just waiting on Sarah Jane, I think.
And me.
Hang on, I'm on canvas drawing failed.
Yeah, it says
And then you
that,
should
but then
be
if
able
you
to see
just
now.
Oh, there we
scroll
go, there we
down
go.
low, you're
Yep.
fine.
Alright, yep. There we go. I think
Alright.
I'm here.
She gestures towards the wall. See for yourself.
Right, towards the what, like over here?
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Fuck is.
There's another fake wall.
Oh, yay.
Oh,
Knock, knock. Ooh,
Oh.
hello.
Oh.
As you pass around and into this wall, you do see that there seems to be 4 pillars going from floor to ceiling. There is a magical barrier that extends from each corner, creating effectively a force cage.
Huh.
This is
Wait.
where some of the more deadly creatures would have been summoned
Hmm.
and then broken to the will of the Bone Mother.
I
Ah.
see.
So you conjure
So-
them in, say the right words, it puts them in here, then you can have your way with them and make them obedient servants.
Precisely.
is there
Elementals, devils.
a way that you'd be able to coax this beast into here?
Have we not already seen what happens when he is near magical barriers?
I mean,
Or
I
did the
personally
Feywild
haven't.
rob you of your memories?
What Feywild? Do I know anything about a Feywild?
Yes, you do.
Okay,
You remember it all clearly.
perfect. No, it was quite the jaunt. Killer trees, killer bees, and things unseen. Very dangerous.
This cage is useless to us. Not whilst that anti-magic pervades it.
Well, it's useful to know it exists in case we need to use it in the future for some other purpose, trapping, I don't know, some other errant creature if something else broke in or broke loose.
Exactly.
We have another prison for that same purpose.
Or if Ember gets too out of line, we can always put him in there.
No!
That is a good
Stop it.
idea.
Just for a timeout, yeah.
Stop it!
But Lady Mora,
Oh.
what was the last creature that was here? Do you remember?
The last creature?
Mm-hmm.
1 second.
Pushing
There we
me
go.
in? She actually...
No, I'm just doing it as a joke.
I don't want to go here!
Let me think. It would either be one of the chain devils, or perhaps one of the elementals.
I see. But you said it's not something that you use much yourself.
I've never conjured a creature, no. I'm not trained in the arcane arts.
Is it only conjured creatures that would end up here?
Yes.
Magic is a funny thing. So if we were to leave Ember here, he would be able to escape, is what you're saying. Ember, can you
could
break out?
certainly try.
This is gonna hurt!
Let's give it a...
No. I push on the
mean-
wall.
It is indeed like a force cage, preventing you from escaping.
I don't like it in
One-
here. This isn't funny anymore.
I disagree. I
actually
find
in
it hilarious.
I will
Not really.
turn to Eridanus and be like, so either Ember has been a conjuration this whole time, or he's not what he says he is, or both.
Well, he is a genasi. Perhaps it just works well on people with an elemental affinity.
Well, hang on now.
Hmm.
Hang on. Whoa. You're
True,
saying
this
that you
has
can
been
trap elementals in here, Lady Mora.
That's correct.
Hey, Tanner. You think what I'm thinking?
No one's thinking what you're thinking.
Oh,
What are you thinking?
Crit.
Oh,
Damn
are
it.
you thinking about that fire elemental you mentioned?
Yes. This could be a way for me to instruct him on how he will be subservient.
Do you know
And
its
Lady
name?
Mora, you remember you sent us to deal with, you know, these Cinders, troublemakers down below.
Of course.
Was I ever truthful on how things went down there?
You should have been.
I believe that I may not have been entirely, but now might be the time to really shed some
And-
flame on certain shadows, so to speak.
And
Well-
yet you ask why I get pissed off with you.
Well, you don't need to know everything. I mean, you got so much on your plate to worry about as it is. I don't want to, make you more stressed out. Everything was okay. I assure you, the Cinders won't be harming the hut. It was all taken care of. As it's just that I left a little something for my future use down there, and maybe now it's
What? What did
well,
you
it needs to be
do?
retrieved. I did nothing.
By the sounds of
It's
it,
a
that
fire
might be the
elemental.
problem.
Well, no, this could benefit everybody. If we can get Helidus up here, and put him in this cage, old friend of mine, Helidus, nice guy, lots of fire. He's pretty big.
Elidus was the large fire elemental that the that the creatures down there were trying to summon, it didn't seem particularly obedient to anything that any of us had to say, including Ember.
Well, I'm a little stronger now these days. He might see things a little differently.
As far as we understand, he's still trapped underground. Ember was somehow under the impression that his affinity with fire would somehow subdue this magnificently destructive creature.
I imagine
don't
the
know
creature
how
would have been
that's going
thrilled
to
to
work.
serve. Dia would have been. Think of all that he could have accomplished under my tutelage.
He didn't seem all that inclined at the time.
A
But-
reclusive student.
Once your level reaches double digits, maybe we can try again. But at the moment, I'm a little reluctant to go down there and try to.
His cage. It's perfect. No, we don't have to go down there, Dia. You don't understand. We bring him here into this cage.
And how would we do that?
I have no idea. That's what I'm asking Lady Mora.
I'm guessing you want to attempt to use the conjuration circle to summon him, and then use
Into
the
this cage.
containment passwords to then put him in the cage.
It's a
But, Lady Mora, didn't you say that this was faulty in some way?
The conjuration chamber is faulty, yes.
Faulty how?
She sighs and says, well, I believe it fluctuates. Sometimes it pulls forth what you intended. Other times it gives you something similar, but not quite precisely what you wanted. It's almost as if it mishears. But I think it's something deeper. She actually gestures around to the walls itself, like of the hut. Something that
tampered with.
something that perhaps is not seen, but yet fuels this place.
Similar to when I attempted to do my own conjuration and it didn't quite go as planned.
And the unicorn. It vomited everywhere. That poor creature. Well,
Yep, it did not enjoy. Yeah, well done for remembering all of these things. Yes, your conjuration wasn't quite perfect. The unicorn was like, "God, this place is hell. Like, get me out!" It's puking everywhere.
And when I summoned the fairies, they were really like, "Holy crap! Where the hell have you brought us?" sort of thing.
yeah, the unicorn was the
Right.
same way. The first thing he said was, "What is this place? I feel sick."
Then it is perhaps not a fault of the conjuration chamber, but conjuration as a whole within this place.
Lady
And
Mora,
it
do you know?
seems
You mean within the hut or only within this hall?
Within the hut itself.
Yeah, we were in
The
the armor hall when the unicorn.
Baba Yaga
Yes.
was intent on summoning a few sentinel creatures. What are they known as? Watchers? Gazers?
spectators.
Spectators, yes. Instead,
yet-
she summoned forth a Gouth. That was
Damn
another
elf,
mistake.
Yes, it
Are,
was.
Are spectators or Gouth at all fey in nature?
No,
they're
they're
probably
aberrant.
Yeah, I was
All
just.
aberrations.
Do they have any link to the Fey world? Like,
No.
yeah, I didn't think so. I was basically just trying to rule out that this was only affecting Fey things.
But what
So
you're
it
saying
does-
is if we tried to bring Helidus here, he would be warped and twisted?
Or you wouldn't bring Helidus at all, you'd bring
You might end
something
up-
else.
Might end up bringing in Earth Elemental for all I know.
Like the sound of this at all.
Or perhaps you'll even bring forth a water elemental.
No, this is forget it.
But,
Lady Moore, have I ever told you that I'm Forge Master now?
She raises an eyebrow in feigned curiosity. Oh, really?
Yes, I command the Forge. And
Good.
perhaps
We could use a new Forge Master. Vaughn is obviously completely gone AWOL.
He's gone AWOL. You haven't seen him? He's gone? Well, I
Not
can't be
since
gone.
he's
I need to learn from him. He needs to tell me how the work the forge.
I thought you were the
Oh.
master.
Well, yes, I am, but you know what? I don't like heavy things. Wait, if we bring an elemental here, and I'm forge master, and we have well, Warner still owes me a chain. This is unacceptable. Perhaps
So,
make a 10 or a weapon, a weapon of fire. If we could somehow have the
When-
elemental.
He's
when-
likely skirting responsibilities for having freed the Phoenix.
He was, no, he was doing right by his people, Lady Mora. Just as I'm sure you did right by yours, given
And
your
in
current
doing
form.
so, doing wrong by many innocent lives.
Is that the same with your story? Because I'm very curious. What happened, Lady Mora? What happened up there?
Do you mean?
Why are you the only remaining Markov? It's just something happened. I'm gonna wonder maybe if your form isn't a curse, but actually a reward or a bestowment of some sort.
What happened between me, my family, and Baba Yaga is best forgotten about.
Perhaps,
that-
but for Vord
that
it would
story-
be similar.
That story died along with me.
I just have one question answered, Lady Mora. And I promise never to bother you about this again.
Ask.
Is this vampirism? Is this a reward or a punishment?
This is a curse.
Very well. Thank you. Thank you. That's something I've been really burning my britches for a while, wondering what was going on with that. That's good. Okay. Thank you.
One I have already attempted to break. And she begins to head up the stairs. She says, I will speak to Baba Yaga. The rest of you, bring Ketarask to me.
As you wish.
We'll do what we can.
Now,
I will await you in the audience hall.
alright.
And she goes back up the stairs, and you can hear her talking to Eleanor just a few moments later. But yeah, she has left you down here.
Right.
Eleanor, stay with us.
I don't think that's
I
going
don't-
to be
No,
something
that's
Lady Mora will
not-
accept.
Not gonna happen.
Ah, well.
Let's try.
Hey, Daya,
Hmm?
how come, we have the Trixodexia quiver. We broke the curse. Why is she still like she is? Why? Do we have to destroy the quiver? Tanner won't like that.
Is vampirism something that can be broken just by? I mean, I thought it was the room that was cursed, the family that was cursed. The
Yes,
ghost
it's
of her family, but
likely
if she's still
she-
here,
She described her form as a curse. So if we broke the curse, she should maybe be able to finally rest or return to her former self. I have no idea.
Who says there's just one curse?
agree.
Maybe not knowing the full details, but perhaps this room, this which you speak of, that was cursed, perhaps that was just trapping the spirits of her family, allowing her not to pass on, but the actual curse upon herself is perhaps a punishment for putting them in that situation, or something.
With working with a little theory, I'll look around and make sure no one's listening. I'm not sure it's correct anymore based on that answer, but I thought perhaps she's here and the rest of her family isn't because maybe she betrayed her family in some manner. But I'm not so sure anymore.
Oh, either
There could
way.
be any number of reasons. Maybe her being here was something that she gave up rather than dying peacefully, or not so peacefully.
I
Yeah.
can't
Maybe
imagine
she was
her
maybe she was a
choosing
vampire
servant.
before anything happened with Baba Yaga. We really don't know that much.
Yes.
That's a
What's-
good point, Daya. Actually, I didn't consider that. I just assumed that
It could be that her
Baba Yaga.
interactions with Baba Yaga were in order to free her family from the curse, from whatever had befallen them. I mean, it's an excellent theory, Ember, but
No,
I don't
I
know
think
that-
it's
how
wrong.
much. I don't know if we
Without-
have enough information. There, she's reluctant to tell us.
Without all the details, you're just clutching at straws. But
Well, the curse was bestowed by the Baba Yaga. We know that. Remember, Daya, when we're in the room, that the music box, the curse was expressed in 13th verse by the Bone Mother herself. We heard the voices.
Yes, but again, that curse was related to
Curse
the
on your
ghosts of
family,
her
a curse on your
family.
children, a curse on your dinner table.
which
Mhm.
perhaps she did something to displease the Bone Mother, so cursed the family, but instead put a separate curse on her. Perhaps
Curse on your
Well, that-
legacy.
without wanting to potentially make the Bone Mother seem crueler than necessary, but if you were to put a curse on someone's family, what better way to punish someone than to make them virtually immortal so that they can see that curse carried out?
Yes, the one line, I agree, Eridonis. The one line that stuck with me was a curse on your legacy, especially with the child in the crib, perhaps. And Lady Mora was recognizable as one of the spirits. Perhaps this is the curse of the legacy, that her legacy is to continue in this hut to serve questionably the Baba Yaga. I don't know.
Well, either way, as important as I'm sure it is, I feel this
Yeah,
issue
it's
with
not prudent right
conjuration
now.
is perhaps more important. You said there was a unicorn that was summoned, correct?
Yeah,
And it
well, I
seemed to
didn't
have
want to summon
issues.
it. I don't know.
You-
It's a
were
matter of
you-
shame for me.
Were
I don't
you
like
the
it.
one that summoned it yourself?
No, no, absolutely not.
Yes.
My magic follows strict
what-
rules. The weave works in certain
Ah.
ways. I don't know
is
what
this-
happened. It
Is this when your magic
deceived me.
went,
Yes.
went awry?
Yes,
Well,
this hut changes it. I don't like it.
hmm.
But it seems to happen outside the hut too. I don't know. Something changed within me when my gift has been altered. I really don't like it. This chaoticness, this
it's
strangities. They're unnatural. They're unlawful.
It's almost.
The weave works in patterns, Eridonis. This is some things I picked up at the academy before they made terrible judgment calls. You can't just you gotta stick the guano with the right. Like, the components gotta line up, Eridonis. You can't just create ice from fire. It doesn't work that way.
Well, I would.
But you can create fire from batshit, which has always confused me.
That's the rule.
And
Because I believe that. I
Herodonis
actually
will
believe there
actually.
is some science behind that.
Yeah, Eridonis will actually smile at this point and say, "So you can't create ice from fire, you say, right?"
Right. That would be unlawful. That would be against all order of magica, against all order of the weave. It would be a grateful act.
This is totally a waste of a magic point, but I'm gonna
So-
do it anyway.
Meta magic? Are you a sorcerer
dried-
too? What the hell are you?
So dried bat guano consists largely of saltpeter, which is potassium nitrate, which is a highly explosive substance. It's used for making gunpowder.
So,
Hence,
as a demonstration of this, Eridanis is going to start like making the gestures for casting frostbite just towards like the wall, and it's like you recognize the gestures for this spell, right?
I don't know what you're doing. Can I make an Arcana check actually to see if I recognize what he's doing?
I'd imagine.
Yeah, you can. You can use your reaction to make an Arcana check.
Sure. Thank you, Chris. Why can't I roll? Because it's a copy. Of
And the same way a copper wire is used for message, because
because
that's
it-
how you send transmissions through a telephone.
Excellent.
So do I
Okay.
recognize what he's
Yeah,
doing?
I think you would recognize the spell, right, Eridan?
Yes, Eridanis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a frostbite spell.
Right.
Disgusting magic, I must say.
So,
Keep that away from me.
so you would say if I was to point it at this wall, then that wall should freeze slightly, correct?
And at this point, James, I would say 6 seconds transpires and your spell probably
Yep.
goes off.
Yep. In
So
which
Ember's just looking
case-
at you.
In which case, it hits the wall, and it burns the wall.
Daya, get him the fuck away from me.
I had
Camera
no
away.
idea what was supposed to happen, so she's not seeing anything unusual.
Look at guys. Burning walls. I don't trust them.
What's wrong? Well, wasn't it supposed to do that?
Well, I mean, it's nice to have somebody who can burn something that doesn't have quite a hot temper.
Now,
I agree. Fire's such a useful tool. It's nice to have
Yes.
a fire mage on board.
well, the
So
thing
reliable.
is, Ember, there's an entire school of magic dedicated to turning one thing into another. You would
Transmutation, I know.
Yes, and you think that the elements aren't part of that?
It's disgraceful what you're doing. You should be ashamed of yourself. I don't want to see that anymore. That's just awful.
Or perhaps you're just being closed-minded.
Why don't you just start drinking Chris's blood while you're at it? Like, what is this?
No, I think you'd want Lady Mora for that.
Oh.
Right.
Simply put, I have a slightly different skill set to some. I have the
Slightly
ability,
different, a little bit of an understatement.
I have the ability, as do others, to be able to change the elemental nature of my magic to suit the situation. So, if I'm facing a beast that is immune to fire, or in my case, because I prefer cold-based magics, immune to cold, I'm not exactly going to throw a frostbite at it. So, changing things slightly so that becomes fire is more appropriate. If you think about it, all I'm doing is using the weave in a slightly different way to what you were taught. And perhaps, based on your own nature, where you are finding things so chaotic in nature, perhaps what you were taught is not necessarily the right way for you. There is more than one way to... What's the term? More than one way to make some cheese. No, that's not right. My metaphors, though, it's honestly seem to be something I'm not getting recently. I don't know why.
As you're making these metaphors and such, Ember just looks. She goes, "No, there's one way to burn something, and that's through fire. Enough of this disgracefulness. Let's go."
Oh, Ember, he's got a fair point. If magic isn't working in this place the way you expect it to, maybe that's because there's more than one way
corrupted.
for magic to work. Could be.
Corrupted by the likes of him.
I wouldn't
Or it
say
works
it's
differently than you know. It's
wouldn't-
magic, after all.
I
It is
wouldn't
based
say
on
it's-
doing things that shouldn't happen in nature.
Oh, about it, your people lost their magic a long time ago. You're really frustrated me, though.
Love how this conversation is taking part out through the wall, through the invisible wall. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't say...
I'm still behind Tanner. Like, I'm gonna...
Yeah.
I only mean to say I come to this conversation with few prejudices. Hmm? No dog in the fight.
Yes. And
But
I was more, I was trying to get to the point that it's not so much that magic is being corrupted, but more that if you think of the weave as a tapestry and you're merely clutching on the threads, it's almost like those threads are being pulled to a slightly different area to what you expected. Not so much corrupted, but hugged is probably the best way of putting it. And
Good.
yes,
Good.
yes, that's exactly it. Voice in my head. Skewed. It's like it's. It's
Ordinary.
it's almost like when you're trying to do a painting and you try to mix blue and red to make purple, and somehow you get a slightly different shade of purple to what you were
Yes, it's the
expecting.
problems I've been having, Eridonis. What you're
But-
describing is not a good thing. It's why the damn unicorn came. Shit!
Yeah,
Shadow! Ah! Guys!
why is there a black hole?
Is that really there?
As Eridanus is explaining this about his magic taking different forms and being able to manipulate it, the sound of his voice becomes slightly more muffled. The air becomes slightly stale,
oh god.
and the
Here we
color
go.
drains from his skin.
We spent way too much time talking
Yep.
bullshit.
Talking for long enough, and also seems almost as if it was attracted by something, but the shadow swirls in perfect unison with the spiraling stairs, and as it begins to coalesce around behind Eridanus. Well, I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
Oh god.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. This is my fault. Fuck.
No,
Do we
no, no,
know
no.
that it would have.
This is what I get for trying to fucking storytell.
Oh no, it's not your fault on this occasion.
Would
No,
it
I
have chased
think
us wherever we went?
I-
I mean, I don't.
No, I think it's been either attracted to my transmutation or attracted to the conjuration.
Hmm.
If it,
Mm.
in fact, if it's got a link to Eleanor, as we suspect, because it's got a link to Sinvala, who's got a link to Natasha, who's got a link to Senra, then
Potentially.
potentially by the fact that Eleanor's magic pulled Jaden in, perhaps it's come looking. Or perhaps
Okay.
just a powerful source of magic.
Luckily, you do see this in time. The sure signs of this shadowy creature emerging has given you a fair amount of warning. So all of you are up before it. Everyone goes first, effectively. So, but starting with Dyer,
Mhm.
because you would see it first. The sound muffling the air, becoming stale. You would see these signs and realize about what's about to come.
Yes. I am going to. Daya doesn't think she has anything that can fight this thing. So she is going to run for the stairs. And go, everybody run! Get out of here!
Run!
Run.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, run. And
Cool.
you jump up to the steps.
Oh,
I
Easily
jump up the
catch,
steps.
and then I'm guessing Ember,
Yeah,
you'd
trying to
be up
catch up
after
with Lady
that?
Mura. Yeah.
Okay.
I would, seeing Daya, I would turn to Tanner. Take the rear. Hold your shield up. Use the light. And I'll 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I would get to basically where Daya is. I assume Daya would get farther.
Okay. Yes, you can catch up to
And
her.
I will move 30, and then with my action, I will take the dodge action. Just kind of ready myself
Okay.
in case this thing strikes out
And
at me.
You're
Hold
on a
the rear,
different level
Tanner!
now. And Eridanus, you definitely feel this thing creeping up your back And had you not had your allies talking to you, you would have had it. You would have had your back to it and not even sensed it coming.
Yeah. Eridanus is going to... Oh, does that mean I'm in a threatened square with it? Oh, I don't have anything to deal with
Let's put
that.
on this old thing. Nope. That one.
Eridanus is going to
Oh no.
turn, and... don't know, let's try this and see if I can light up the darkness
Mhm.
with one of my guiding bolts. I just fire it into the darkness, trying to
Okay.
hit something.
I need you to roll a wisdom check.
Straight wisdom check. Okay.
Yes, a wisdom.
Dice.
Your light is immediately absorbed into the darkness, and you would think it would explode with radiant damage, but it simply goes into the vanishing point. Like the light is simply a tiny dot that cannot possibly amass to any kind of burst.
Well, that's
Disturbing, for sure.
very disconcerting. In which case, hoping
In
I'm not in range.
fact, oh my god, you just did the exact thing I needed it to do. The thing actually swells with darkness.
Oh no, it absorbed my
It
magic.
absorbed it.
And the others have never seen this, by the way. Just want to point this out. When you launched spells at it last time, this is something entirely new. It swelled to at least twice the size, Eridanus. And such the fact that you're almost swirling in these shadows yourself right now. And I think if you was to end your turn there, it'd be bad news.
Yep. Flavor-wise, I'm just gonna cast... because it's not launching off a spell, so I'm hoping it'll work. I'm going to try it... no, I'm gonna try to run.
Okay, running.
And then as a bonus action, now that I'm out of its thing, I'm going to cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff,
Okay.
so that I have at least some sort of physical weapon. And hopefully it can't absorb the magic out of an object, I'm hoping.
Right. And Tanner, because it's now swelled, at the start of your turn, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution save.
Yes, please.
Oh, that's good. +3.
And 19, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that is pretty good. Do you only take half of this? So you take 8 points of necrotic damage, as you can feel this thing sapping the life and the energy from everything around it, like a great void. In fact, just looking at it and the way it's kind of swirling and spinning, it's almost reminiscent of something you've seen.
Oh?
The
Yeah?
void? The void cup?
Oh, would it be...
Okay.
Yeah, people have a keen memory. They'll recognize that I'm even using the exact same artwork.
It's weird, my mic were on 2 separate settings. That's really irritating. Right, ow. Okay.
That's at the start of your turn, yeah.
Yeah.
Just being near this thing.
So 5, 10... Huh.
Okay, you're going up the stairs, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And I'm
Okay.
gonna have my shield behind me.
Right. So it's kind of hovering there, like protecting your back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just before
So-
I leave, though, if I look towards it, is there anything in the center of the swirling, or is it just ominous?
It is that is the darkest point. You're more likely to see something on the exterior of it than you are in the center.
Right.
But it does seem like the exterior does seem to be swirling together, forming into that of claws and talons. And as it silently scrapes across the walls and floor, it draws closer. And you should be back into the other layer now.
Apparently, I don't have a token on this layer.
You certainly do. If it doesn't load, just do a reload. But I think everyone's on. Most people are. All right. So you come up to the top. Sarah J. You look around for Lady Mora. Seems she has already taken a quick dash away, and indeed she has also taken Eleanor with her.
Okay. I'm not seeing anything on my
Chris is up here,
screen.
though.
I'm still seeing just a black. Oh, where are we? Still
Chris,
just
can
seeing
you
black.
see me here?
Yes, right there.
I just see a black gridded square.
You've got two Tanners on the map.
Okay, I'm gonna reload.
Drag out like a fifth one. I mean, you're all there.
Just waiting for it to load back
I
in.
can only see Tanner. I literally don't see anyone else.
You gotta
You're
click on
rotating
the
token.
James. You gotta click on where it says 25-30.
I had.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
and then
same.
I couldn't see anything, so I was reloading.
Same thing here. I'm gonna
Anyway,
refresh
it doesn't particularly matter right now.
Okay.
What's
All right,
important
well-
is the only person up here is Snurg and Grizz, not Alex.
Okay, I will yell, Sturg, get out of here, get some help. Get Lady Mora and Eleanor. Elena.
Wait, she just left.
You know, go call them back. We need her. We need her imagination.
He
Okay.
quickly web slings away. And into the distance. Okay. The next moment or two, what do you want to do in this 1 or 2 moments you've got?
I am going to.
Let's see where you are.
I want to stay in the conjuration chamber. At the entrance to the mosaic room.
Okay.
And try and think of something to do. Like I'm waiting for my team to catch up, and hopefully, Lady Mora and Elena will come. But in the meantime, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm looking at the chalk. I'm looking at the charcoal and everything, going like,
Okay.
there's got to be something here we
In
can do.
the meantime, this creature does get a go. It's going to go right now.
Yep.
And I believe a lot of you are out of range. But it can get to Eridanus. And, well, Tanner as well. You see as I've mentioned, it swirls together and almost coalesces into that of a claw. It reaches around the corner and extends one long, spindly finger towards you, Eridanus. And it does actually go past Tanner to do this. Because he's kind of at the back, at the rear, climbing up the stairs. And he sort of skirts around past them. And fires towards you. I need you to make a wisdom save, Eridanus.
Okay, those then Tan is technically next to me, so bonuses. That's 20.
Oh, damn, okay, that is a save.
Nice.
Okay, good stuff. You do not suffer any of these horrible effects, so you're good. And what you do notice is it doesn't just fire something towards you, it like shoots a shadow towards you, as if light had just been vanished in this room, and the shadow was then filling it. And as we all know, shadow is faster than light. As it creeps towards you, you manage to somehow resist its effect. Almost as it feels weird to say this, but it feels like the moment you were brought into this existence, but in reverse.
Yep.
It feels like you're being unborn. And in that moment, you have so much more to live for already. You've only just stepped into this world. You only just opened up the book and began the first chapter. There's no reason for you to leave now. And your presence of mind pushes back this shadow. And you are under no effect, and this thing reels away from you. And indeed, enough that it actually flies away, shrinking back down the stairwell from whence it came.
What?
And
What
for
did
the
you
most
do?
part,
Oh my god.
looks like the danger is gone. Yeah,
What?
that's going to end combat.
I
Huh?
Wow.
Huh?
I continue running regardless.
yeah, Eridanus is just like it tried to return me to the void, but I told it no strongly enough, and it left.
It just.
I don't. I mean,
What is that?
Return
my-
you to the void.
well, remember,
Oh, yeah, you came out of it. Yeah, of course.
yes, when the, you know, perhaps due to my affinity with the stars, perhaps and my force of will, that was enough to drive it off. After all, the stars came from the void, like the thing for containing them. So perhaps, huh?
Was it trying to. Was it trying to absorb you into the void? Back into the
Yes,
void?
if for want of a better word, it felt like it was attempting to unbirth me.
Gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've only just stepped onto this plane, so, well, into existent, as old as I might look, so. But for now, I don't want to go back down there, but I don't know much where else we could go. Could try to see if Tesserask has anything to say.
I think that might be our best bet. We can't.
Right.
I mean,
Can't
maybe he
open
will
the-
know something about void and stars, all the
Yes.
rest of it. None of this is making sense to me.
Right. I am going to go over to that room over here, and I'm going to knock on the door with my shillelagh staff.
I'll follow you through into the room, into the moon room.
Tanner, keep these torches lit. Maybe it'll keep the shadows at bay.
Why are there two dyers?
Well, I mean, no torch within the hut should be unlit.
We've had shadow problems before, right?
What was that?
What was what?
That door
I heard
just
a door.
opened and closed.
I just went through a door. Was that me?
Yeah, snow just appeared out of nowhere.
Wait, where are you, Dyer?
I'm in the mosaic moon room on the.
But you're also at the top of the
To the
stairs
east.
for some reason on my map.
I can't
two of
see
you.
Dyer.
Here.
Might have to come through the door to see me. Oh well.
I agree with you, Daya, Eridanus. Tesserask, definitely. It's time, I think. This is gonna not make him very happy, but,
Yeah,
If we could
Probably.
even get through these doors, we don't. Well, we could only hope.
If I had a long rest, I'd be able to potentially wipe the magic from the door, but I've used most of what I'm capable of today, so just gonna have to hope that politeness will be the way of things. So I'm just gonna knock on the door. Knock, knock.
Cam, your stuff's working? Your client's working?
I believe so. I just can't
Okay.
see Dyer.
Just making sure.
I can't see you. I can see two of you actually outside the room.
See everybody in the room.
You're one of the lucky ones.
I can
Just
see.
for the-
Are you in? Is your token in the room with the moon symbol, Tanner?
What was that? Sorry.
Is your token in the room with
It's
the moon
right here.
symbol?
Yeah.
I would
Ah.
just reload if you're having a visual bug. I'm
Yeah.
going to be doing some talking anyway. So as you knock on the door, you do hear a response, but it is in your mind, and it simply says, "Be gone."
Tesserask, we've been asked to bring you forth by Lady Mora. We've also just recently had a run-in with the creature of the void, and would like to know more if we can. And you seem the person who would know most.
Void. It's not the void you should fear.
What should we fear?
You should fear creation. Or the chaos that birthed it. It has that same power to unmake it. To ignite it. Like a chaos. A fuel. There's merely a thin barrier protecting us all. If that were to shatter, then existence, life as we know it, it would be wiped away.
You're not talking about something as simple as demons, but more like a more primordial thing, aren't you? If this is an embodiment of the void, then what birthed it, you're saying, is an embodiment of chaos?
Chaos incarnate.
Is there any way to stop this chaos?
It is inevitable.
Then is there any way to stop the void or use the void against it? To slow it down, perhaps, even if it is inevitable, perhaps it can be slowed?
Gods fear it.
It doesn't seem to respond with a method of slowing it. It sounds like he's under pain as well. Like whatever he's doing in there, it sounds like he's
Tesserask.
under mental assault.
Tesserask, may we come in to further discuss this? We must also discuss something of importance regarding Eleanor. We believe she may have some sort of link to the Astral Sea, and we wish to learn more so that we can help her as much as we can.
Is to see, and to see is to invite madness. Your mortal minds, they would snap.
I don't think he's gonna let us in, guys.
No, in which case... Can, as you are not wanting to come out and you won't let us in, can I at least inquire as to what you're doing so that I can let Lady Mora know?
peering into the depths. Into the depths of this outside. Peering inside to the outside. Your world. My world. They are but bubbles waiting to be popped.
Roll some. I think I know out of character roughly what this will be, but in character, I don't know if Eridanos would have any clue.
You
And I
can
have no
roll an
idea.
arcana check.
Alright, I'm gonna guidance myself for the extra d4, because why not? If I can. Probably not, even if I max out on the... I did max out on the d4. For some reason, the d4 rolled as Grizz, but whatever.
What he is speaking of, you could only guess and think of in dreams. A 15 is not high enough
Yeah,
to
I think
realize
it
just what he's talking about. And maybe he really is. Maybe what he's telling you really will snap your mind.
Eridanus considers this, and then will speak and say, if we are to do what must be done, then I will take the risk and allowing my mind to snap, but I must know more, so will you let me in, if not the others?
Okay. I think at this point you can try and roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Yep.
And what he said was, effectively, if you walk in here, you'll see too much, and that your mortal minds may not be able to comprehend it, and you will have basically invited madness into your
Okay.
mind.
And he said something like fear the depths. Was that what you
Yep.
said? Fear the
He
depths.
said something about the depth that lurk on the outside, and he described that his world and your world are but bubbles waiting to be popped, and
Right,
that
okay.
if they would shatter, then all existence and all life as you know it would be unmade effectively. And
Yeah, I'm not very persuasive.
yeah, he refuses.
Eridanus sighs and goes, then we shall leave you to your work, but I believe the Bone Mother wishes to see you, so perhaps don't dally too long, lest you invoke her, and whilst the chaos is inevitable, it is, based on your words, both far away and near, but she is very near. So I wouldn't like to piss her off. And then he will walk away. To be like, and look to the others, there's nothing more that I can do there today. I don't know what you think, what our next move should be.
There's
Dice
one
go
option.
right up to the door. Kesserask, what are you doing in there? What do you need?
See. That seemed.
What?
It sees me.
It sees you. What sees you?
It is staring back.
What do you need? How can we help?
It knows. It's coming. It's using everything it can to push itself into this world. Any crack, any imperfection, might be enough to shatter this place.
Could we fix the
yeah.
cracks?
Fix them. Fix them. I think it is too late. Something has already brought it here. Someone. Natasha. She brought forth Ledorvu's breath. It seeps into the walls. Seeps into the cracks. Into our minds.
What is Ledorvu's breath?
Thing that should not exist. And existence itself seeks to end. But it is coming for us. Whether it is that or the chaos, one cannot say. But it is prying me open. Ah!
Can we destroy Ledorvu's breath?
It is destruction.
Close it off then.
If it's how'd you call
There
it?
is the sounds of pain and torment coming from within, and almost as if he is trying to do just that, but he is under an immense amount of mental stress. The conversation at this point divulges into screams and cries of agony, which I'll spare
Yeah.
your ears from, but
Yes,
they are
please.
definitely blood-curdling.
Okay. So we can't go in. He's not coming out. Something about chaos incarnate and Ledorvu's breath is its entrance into the world. But we can't destroy Ledorvu's breath because it is the thing.
Natasha
So-
did this.
Natasha brought forth this thing which destroys, it consumes, it absorbs magic, I guess, and
If she brought it forth, maybe she knows how to remove it. Maybe we'd have to go to the material plane to find her. I have no idea where she would be. I have this book about trolls. I don't know.
finding one person in an entire world will not be easy. I feel we may have, if we want, and the time it would take to find them, if we want to deal with this, perhaps we have to deal with it here.
I thought Natasha was here.
No,
No,
that
that's
was
Sinvala. That's
or some
fake.
weird.
No. I think the other way around.
Yes, Sinvala's the one that left, and Tasha is the one that's here, right? And this because this one is an embodiment of Eleanor's dreams, and Eleanor wouldn't refer to her as Sinvala, she'd refer to her as Natasha, which is why this one's Natasha. I think. Right?
Why don't we just ask her?
Well, probably she would be willing to help. Wait. Comes in through cracks.
There is a crack. The elemental room where the ring was being held. If you were to go in through one way, you'd come out the wrong door. An imperfection. I'm not sure how you'd fix that or how that's even relevant. Tyro was investigating cracks.
I mean-
That was his task by the Baba Yaga herself. I might add.
We could
I
talk to
mean,
Tarek
Yes.
if there was anyone who knew about imperfections, or be, well, him.
Yes, he's the other smart one, isn't he? So that's what.
Yeah.
He deals with
Instead.
timelines.
He's the Time Lord.
Well,
Banish you to the
eh,
Shadow Realm.
If it's time, honestly, this imperfection that's been mentioned, honestly, feels like something is wrong with time or space. Like and this entire place has that sort of feel to it. Like space isn't quite right here.
It wouldn't surprise me if both were in the loop.
But
Comet. Yes.
let's walk and talk. Let's head towards Terek, who I believe was in like the more important bedrooms area, which was where we met Shelsa, right? That's where he's
No,
meant to be.
That's more the guest quarters.
Okay, wherever the more.
We don't know where Terry's is. We found it.
You've never been to Derek's quarters.
No.
I'm
we
assuming
have
if we
yeah.
went back to the inner circle where we first initially met Eleanor, perhaps in that circle.
Possibly the
Try.
other well, if Eleanor's one of the most important people in the heart, if we went through the secret passage in her room and came out of her room, wouldn't that be nearer Terex in theory?
Perhaps. Yeah.
Wait, where?
Chris, was that
I
why
don't know which
Flynn was?
room. I don't know which room you mean when you say circle room.
Well, the room I meant was from the bathhouse into Eleanor's room, and then from Eleanor's room into like the corridors nearby, I guess. Like, because obviously she's an important figure, so she'd probably be near other important people in theory.
Well, fortunately, I don't think you know where Terex is. So on this occasion, I can't just say, yeah, you get there. But you can start exploring again. There's still plenty of places you haven't been in the hut. But you might also be right in the fact that you just need a long rest.
I think we should go and play the see a door, open door game.
Yeah, I'm down. We're really getting nowhere with this shit, so I'm totally down. One thing I'm going to say, Chris, as we're walking and talking and opening doors, Ember would like to light any unlit torch he sees.
Understood. Okay. All right, don't lock me out.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Just using the cantrips.
Understood.
Chris, I'm assuming they still haven't fixed the writing on the map.
No, none of those icons seem to work. In fact, if you click any of them, it makes all the tokens disappear for some reason. Oh no, wait, if you click it, and then click one of the other things, no? Seem to work then for a moment.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Furnace.
Yeah. That's what we need.
How did you do that?
With difficulty.
I've turned it off, so you should be able to use tools.
I managed to somehow use them. Oh no, I'm drawing another one. I want to draw another one.
Shit.
You don't need to draw on this one anyway, because you can just step through.
Well, I want to write on them
as we explore,
what they are.
Yeah. So we know.
Where have we gone?
You might need to just use the text tool then.
That's what I'm trying to use.
That's what we're trying to do. It does. We can't click on it. It's
right. If you click on the pencil tool, and then click on the select tokens, then you can use them.
Okay.
Okay.
For some weird reason.
Got it.
I don't get that. I just select text and I can start typing.
But we can't actually get to the text tool. Like if we click drawing tools, we still see the same as if we were on the token controls. But if you click on the pencil tool, then you click on the select tokens, then we can see all the drawing tools.
Okay.
Okay. So what was?
I do know that the furnace has advanced draw. I've turned off my advanced drawing tools because that's what was bugging it. It's
So-
a module called the furnace. If that's on, turn advanced drawing tools off.
All right. So where does this lead? Let's see.
Yeah, what was this left-hand
That's
side one?
Grick's room. That leads to
You
Grick's
don't need to
room.
mark that one.
That's
The,
You
Grick's
can literally walk up.
sorry.
Yeah, this one leads to Grick's lab. This one leads to the library,
Oh, I can't believe
and
it.
this one obviously leads to the Bone Museum.
Yeah, it was that side room, right? That
Yeah,
in between
yeah.
room.
Good lord.
What about this top one?
That's a door.
There is
Where's
a,
that go?
there's a door, but there's not a door. If that makes sense. Like, there's a door, but there's not
Yeah.
an interactive
Well,
door.
the point is, it's to represent that there is a door there.
Oh, we haven't
Um,
been there yet, I don't think.
No.
Well, we're doing open a door, so let's see where opening it takes us.
Very
Open the
quickly,
door.
the stairs went down to the.
To the Bone Museum.
In between, yeah.
Okay, so Ember, as you open up this door, you're facing east into the Tinker Hag's chambers.
Okay. Cool. We should. They're not there. Obviously, they're still in the minions' quarters.
They should all still be tucked away in the minions' quarters because that shadowy creature is on the loose.
So
But there is a flesh golem in
I
here.
was gonna ask if the golem was still there. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, let's go that way, guys. Why not?
Yeah, we could go into Pink Hag's quarters, I suppose.
It's a fun place.
Okay. Good lord. I'm gonna make my map look like a mess with this writing.
But we haven't
So-
left that door yet. We don't know where that goes.
And we
We
came.
don't know
in-
where that
so,
goes.
So we're coming in through this door, right? In the to the
Nope,
east.
we
side.
came in through that one.
Yeah.
Oh, we were facing east as we came
Yep.
in. Yeah.
Yep.
Ah,
So we just came in?
where's old Peg and Molly? Polly, Peg,
And Pandora.
Pandora. They'd love to hear how successful their inventions are, but unfortunately,
Didn't you tell them when you saw them in the minions' quarters?
that's right. That's right. My apologies. I'm so forgetful. Don't touch anything in here, Adonis. And I'll just kind of nudge at the large flesh golem.
It thumps around, watching you with its many eyes. It's got eyes stitched onto its stomach, eyes stitched onto its shoulders, eyes where the mouths and it nose should be. It's quite a hideous invention of Geralf's.
There you go, I made it a little bit smaller.
Hey, what about this one? I'll pop the door and have a look.
That leads into Grick's chamber. Yep.
Back to Grix. The whole world needs the Grix, apparently.
Seemingly so.
Because all of these are interconnected onto all of these, which are then thusly interconnected onto more.
Fascinating. How about this one?
Effectively, there are many ways to get to places you need to go.
It's awesome. I will open this door. Ah, it's locked!
Okay, that one does open, and you see Zankiri.
Ah, security, yeah.
Yes.
We just spoke with your master, Kesserask.
I'm
He's
speaking
under-
with him as well.
He's under great stress. Not doing well at all. I don't think he's got much longer.
It's imperative we get inside.
Absolutely. So we're working on here. We're trying to find. Well,
He stopped responding. I could just hear him screaming in agony.
mental strain of sorts. It seems. He's fighting Well, he did told us that the creature is actually Ladorvu's breath. Do you know anything about that?
No. Only that when he left Natasha's quarters after discovering it, that he said he was going to look into it.
He accompanied us to Tasha's quarters and then promptly locked himself away afterwards. Perhaps seeing Ladorvu's breath unsealed edged him on. I imagine that also leads to his quarters. Where do these stairs go?
Just came up them. They lead to.
We're looking for Torregs.
They
Toreg.
lead to the trophy room.
Can we get to Torreg's chamber from room? Is that possible?
Eric. From there? No, I don't think so.
Try something else then. All right, Zankiri.
What
Keep
about that
trying.
door that's
Make sure.
What about the
Oh,
door that's
pardon me.
behind you, Zankiri? Where does that go?
Hmm?
The door
That's
behind
right.
you.
Leads into the divination chamber.
Ah,
Oh,
Which is
That's what you call
Kesseraf's room, right?
chamber.
Hello.
Kesserask.
Tesseract still inside.
Okay. Do you know
Ah.
where Turig is?
Tarek, the architect.
Yes.
He must still be in his quarters, I assume. If not there, then he could be anywhere. He's one of the hardest people to find in this place. He knows every back alley, secret room, passageway. Often doing revisions. Weirdly, I
suppose
don't
he
ever
would
see
know
him in the
every-
library. He's a wizard. He doesn't seem to read books.
Hmm.
Maybe
So
he's
that-
read them all.
That
Chris said-
honestly, I was gonna say the exact same thing.
Okay.
maybe he
And
has a
you've-
gift
you've
like
never
I do.
heard- You've never heard your master say anything about what he's trying to do in there. It sounds like he's struggling for something, but if we can't help him, well, we can't help him.
I think he thinks it's for your own safety.
Hmm.
But he's clearly crossed the line in terms of whatever he's researching. And Zankiri literally lifts up his geode of a flail and smashes it against the door. And the runes and the barrier kind of light up momentarily. Ah. He
We
set a
meant to get
password
this-
for this damn thing.
Wait, a potential password, you say?
Mhm.
Have you tried password 123?
Nice.
Um,
Have you
Ember.
turned it off and on again?
Ah,
You're the scholarly type. Can you perhaps decipher what the password might be from the rooms?
runes. Where?
Well, say the magic on the door that lit up when it was hit. I'm guessing there's some kind of runes there.
Do it again, Zankiri. One second. Let me have a look.
He slams his mace against it again, and abjuration runes light up.
Do any of the runes look like any of the runes that I would have practiced in the academy while doing Scrolls 101?
Oh yeah, 100%. They're actually
What is-
very familiar to you. You don't
what-
even
what
need to
kind?
roll. This thing is an arcane lock.
Yeah, a pretty simple spell. Really, requires a word to be spoken, and it will open, or it can be dispelled. One or the other. Very simple.
I was
Perhaps
wondering-
there's something in the Taker's room that would enable us to do so.
Well, I was wondering if maybe you could,
Funny that.
looking at the runes, if there was any way that the password might be hidden in the runes.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be any words or coding. The runes simply are for abjuration. There's no like actual legible kind of lettering or language. But Ember, if you want to have a little look in the Tinker Hags,
That's what I was going to ask next, Chris. If I could have a look around at some of these strange
Yeah.
devices and see if any of them look like something I could use to dispel with.
Yep, go ahead and give me a investigation or a perception check. Your choice.
Maybe an investigation. I'll take some time to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
And
a
I
You
quick
read through some things.
I will use my inspiration on this one too. If we can find.
All right, sweet. Yeah,
What does
Chris,
that do?
we
Give me
went-
advantage, or
Yeah.
it allows me to roll
Yeah, it gives you
twice?
advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can roll advantage. Nice.
Pretty good
Okay.
investigation.
20, Ember. You find on the wall. You kind of, first of all, you root through loads of little drawers and trinkets and such, and you see the golem just start looming over you, like,
It's alright. It's alright. Don't worry. I'm not gonna take anything.
and it pulls you away and like pushes you aside, and as you're almost pushed up against the wall, you actually notice that there is a glass container on the wall. Inside there is a scroll, all rolled up, and there is a little sign just above it, and it says, "Oh God, it's hold on, I'm sure I had notes for this, but I'm sure it says something like, in case of emergency, break glass." Damn, I'm gonna have to find it.
We meant to be able to see these
Mhm.
stairs as they appear to be inside a wall.
Some secret stairs we found earlier.
Oh, okay,
Where
so
they
you guys
do.
found them.
I don't remember where they go though. But yeah, it was some secret entrance we found earlier by accident.
Pretty sure they went down to Granny Whittaker.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think.
Which I thought was the divination, but I guess not.
No, it's more...
Tanner, hey, Tanner, I'll cast message point at Tanner. The glass
Huh?
container here, the scroll inside the glass container. I think it would do the trick.
What would do the trick? Do what?
I'll point at Tanner again. Cast message. Dispel the lock into Kesserask's. I think this would do the trick. I would just have to read it. If you keep that golem busy.
I'm sure I can think of something.
I'll turn my back to the golem and pull out just a piece of paper and a pen and write to the tinker. Dear Tinker Hags, there was an emergency. I broke the case. Your friend Ember Cinderborn. Happy to test your devices. Thank you. And I'll take the piece of paper, roll it up. Tanner. I point at Tanner. Now get the golem. Flip something over. Do something.
I was literally about to do that, so I'll just kind of like look at maybe like a beaker on the side and just slide it off the table and just go, oh, whoopsie.
Simultaneously, Chris, while that happens, I will roll up the piece of paper that I wrote the letter on, open the fucking jar, put the piece of paper in, pull out the scroll, and close the jar back up. Leave the paper with a note on it inside there.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you can make it a distraction, I guess. The golem doesn't seem to be stopping you from touching the thing on the wall, though. Like, he only seems to be interested in stopping you from touching the things that are already in place. But it doesn't stop you from touching this cabinet, because this is obviously for emergencies.
Okay, well then
Oh.
everything worked out our way in our favor then.
Yeah, I
That
just
takes
broke.
more issue that you just randomly smash something.
Well, that I accidentally knocked it off. Quote unquote.
Accidentally, sure. Comes
Quote
over towards you.
marks. Oh, sorry.
I'll run
clean
over
that
and
up.
cast mending on whatever the hell fell. As
Yeah, I was going to do the same.
What?
I'll help
It
Eridonis
tries
then.
to slam into you.
And as I'm
Just
like
hold it
trying
back.
to,
We'll fix it, Tanner. We'll hold it back.
as I'm trying to sweep it up, the shield just blocks it above
Don't touch
me.
it. Don't touch it, Tanner. Eridonis and I will fix it. Try to run over and cast mending with Eridonis.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, that fixes it up, no problem.
And we'll place
Put
it
it
back,
back
on. And I'm sure Tanner's very sorry, aren't you, Tanner?
Wait,
Yes,
I
I
just remembered
am.
it's actually in here. Oh, I just remembered I actually think I made an item for it. The spell. Yeah, I did. Oh my god, I did. I made it. I
Is this
found it, guys.
the when
All
in
right. So it says,
an
in case,
emergency? Yeah.
on the sign it says, in case of magical fires, sharp animated objects gone haywire, or accidental rips and tears in the material plane, break glass. And
Number
yeah,
3.
it is an emergency scroll of dispel magic.
Okay, well, I have an emergency scroll of dispel magic.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
And these are a few of these have been spotted around before. You've never gone over to them and to investigate, but you'd imagine with hags and wizards all experimenting on different stuff, that they're gonna need a few dispel magics just in case one of these haywire experiments goes wrong. But yes,
Well,
you have one. Good shit.
well, I left a little IOU letter to
Oh.
the hags. Yeah, that could be in
Also-
trouble for him in the future, but it was left in the jar.
There's one extra bonus as well. They've
Okay.
this is my own little thing I've made up, but it's actually got meta magic in it. It's quickened. So
Oh.
there is that as well.
action.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
bonus action.
Well, unfortunately, won't come into play here, but that's pretty cool, man.
No,
that
but yeah, it
sounds
is-
really, yeah,
It's-
neat.
Well, if you ever find one again in the hut, or if it's an emergency and you need one, there you go. You now know.
Good to know. Diagris, Tanner, he seems okay. Does he seem okay? The golem, does he seem pissed off still?
After you fix it up and place it back on the shelf, he goes away.
Come, quick!
Okay.
Whilst he's running up there, just as a last thing, because Eridanis is curious, so far he's stumbled into 2 hidden walls. There's hidden stairs here. He's just going to tap each of these pillars with his staff quickly to see if his staff goes through on any of them.
It does not. No.
Didn't think it would, but you know, possible other
No.
hidden passages worth trying to find.
Good idea,
Yeah, I
James.
mean,
Oh, totally. Yeah,
Now you
totally.
know that there's hidden doors everywhere.
Yeah, like literally,
Okay.
might be that sort of person who just goes around just tapping on the walls randomly.
Eridanis,
Alright.
close that door. Close the door.
He's leaving Dyer outside.
Oh,
Dyer's
trust
over
me.
by the other door. As you look through here, you can see there is another laboratory. This one is where the green hags have clearly got a massive cauldron. There's a staircase leading over to shelves filled
the alchemy
with
room.
vials and potions and ingredients.
Ooh. Do we want to see what's in there before we go? I don't want to steal from them. I don't know. Because I know they're in the minions' quarters right now, right? We could steal their shit.
Mhm.
wasn't Riz looking for a particular one of the green hags?
Yeah.
No, he's looking for one of the night hags.
Oh, nice. Seriously, does
Oh.
it have any type of hags?
They're
Right,
on.
I'm just gonna note down that there's another lab there, but I
Yep.
guess
Yeah,
not right
alchemy
now.
lab. Yeah.
Okay.
Good call, Sarah Jane. Glad you.
Just
So
Oops.
I'm always wondering
Jesus.
where that thing
How did
was.
you get out
man.
of there? How
Uh,
did you
I
find
don't
another
know.
crack in the wall?
Was that a wall that I was supposed to go through?
No, it wasn't. And I don't know how you did it again. Jesus.
Okay.
More cracks in the wall. How did you? Hold on. Jesus.
Oh, no.
1 second.
Where'd Daya go?
Let me just
Daya?
check the. Let me just check the walls.
I accidentally fell through reality.
Okay, there is literally
Oh,
a
yeah.
straight wall there, so I have no idea how you got through. But like I say, there are cracks in this place.
I'm a
Yeah.
dragon.
One can find. So yeah, Jesus, as Dyer just peeks their head out for just a moment, accidentally, you do see that there seems to be some sort of, well, literally what you saw. I'll put you back out just momentarily. But there seems to be a strange, in the middle of nowhere, a floating basin of sorts that just has like a void of nothingness in there.
What?
There is
the-
also several chunks of gold that are just floating in empty space, and they're not just molded. There's actual raw minerals of gold that they just seem to be floating there and hovering.
What
but
the
yes.
heck?
Stuff that you shouldn't see, but again, more cracks in the hut. That stuff will happen.
This hut seems to be like coming apart, man. Like it seems to be breaking at the seams. Like,
Works very
Just-
well for Chris's storytelling, but probably not how it's meant to be working.
I don't
Anything
know.
that's not working as intended is in fact
Yeah.
working as intended.
Yes, exactly. Chris is
It's
is
not a
next
bug,
level, I
it's a
guess.
feature.
Yes.
Exactly. In the hut, it's a feature. Thank you.
Daya, you look
Okay.
spooked. You alright?
Yep. I think I fell through a wall and there was, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Let's just. There's
Alright,
there's
alright.
definitely cracks in this place. Just weird stuff
Fine.
going on.
Close that door, Daya. I got the scroll. I got something here. Zankiri, hey, are you ready to?
Yes.
Are we safe to head in? Everybody?
Ready when you are.
Yes.
I'd
Whatever
thoroughly
you do.
rest, that's sure.
Stand back. This could actually get a little, Tanner, if you don't mind placing your shield, by the rune, you might have to take one here, buddy. This could be,
Hover over.
this could be Zankiri as well. If you and Tanner could form a bulwark of sorts, keep us all safe. Most desirable as I dispel this.
I am a bodyguard after all.
Yeah, shields up, gentlemen. And I'll hold the scroll up and kind of unfurl it. You know, just like the arcanists did back at school, and I'll officially try to read the arcane runic text as I focus. I haven't read a scroll in a long time, not since Scroll Class 101 back in Gaidea.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this goes. And not being Tyro, I will attempt to dispel the lock on or scroll.
That's a charisma check, isn't it? I think.
Okay.
It's higher level
Isn't it?
than what the scroll is.
Well, dispel magic
Oh.
is a sorcerer's spell. I think I don't have it.
Oh no,
I don't know how that
yeah,
works. I don't know how this rule works. I have no idea how this.
Okay, so 1 second.
Like
If
a
it's
use
on
magic
your
item
list,
check.
if it's on your list and it's of a higher level than you can normally cast, then you must make a check. But dispel magic
Okay.
should be well within your capabilities.
Then you're good. Yeah, otherwise it's 10 plus the spell's level.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you can
I will-
totally cast this without a problem, without issue. And
Cool.
as you read it off, the scroll does seem to like reverberate and glow, beginning to warp and flutter towards the actual desired thing that you're dispelling. And as the paper hits it, you see the runes light up and vaporize the paper, turning it to ash. But at the same time, as that flare dies down, the runes on the door have also gone out.
He might not be happy to see us, but Zankiri, Tanner, that door is open now. If you want to head in.
Okay.
Without argument, you hear Zankiri and Tanner grunt and heave as they pull these massive
Oh my god.
adamantine doors open. Inside is a chamber of cracked marble. There are like gold veins crisscrossing to and fro. The chamber itself is humongous. It's vaulted, and the ceiling is like domed. And you can even see like there are bodies, celestial bodies, sort of spinning around in the air. It's about 60 foot up, and the dome is filled with also swirling lights of every color imaginable. Within the chamber stands Kasarask, and he has got his hood over his head. You can just see these dried chthonic tentacles sort of twitching, and they seem to be almost contorting as well every now and again. Within the chamber, there are these high pillars supporting the vaulted ceiling. And some of you with higher passive perception can see creatures twitching their whiskers behind the pillars.
What is passive perception?
Those with like a
Mine-
passive
brain
perception of like
rats.
15 or higher,
Mine's 23, so I think.
then
I'm
yeah,
good.
you can spot there are cranium rats all
Brain
gathered
rats.
around behind pillars. And
Maybe
as
you
you
could-
enter, Kurtarat has effectively his, like I say, his hood over his face. You can't even see it. Kind of goes back to you.
before we continue, does that seem like a good point for a break before we
Oh,
get into another
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
major conversation?
Let's go for a quick break,
Yeah.
and we'll return to see just how this goes down.
I need to make a vodka drink. This is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Wow.
I'm gonna go
Look at this
rum myself.
room.
Okay. And we are back. Okay, so as you enter into the cracked marble, looking across, you see Kesra's hood still covering his face. The tentacles are twitching, contorting. He looks like he's shuddering on the spot, and he gazes down at something into what looks to be like a basin, a pool. And he sees flashing images, and you can see them like reflecting up onto his face. Something is like in and out, sort of like flickering. And for a brief second, you can swear you see like an eye rising up and looking across. All around you are these sort of spheres that are basically like illusions of celestial bodies, and they are swirling around. In amongst those, as I mentioned, there's these lights of multicolors, every single one imaginable, and they seem to be swirling around these celestial bodies. And occasionally they turn into a spike and drive towards one of the bodies. You see it then shatter into pieces, and like a smoke dispersing, the world inside that sphere, it sort of just poofs back into like colors, back into a myriad of chaos. What do you guys do? He can see that you're entering, and he is definitely casting a spell as you enter in.
Does the room itself look anything like maybe some of the for lack of a better word, planetarium classrooms or something that would have been at the Guardian Academy that Ember
Oh
may or
yeah,
may not have ever recognized? Is there any like
100%.
aspects? Are there any aspects of the room that would be of interest to him at first glance, or
Yeah,
that?
it's probably a lot of heavy subjects that you might not have tapped into, but definitely had the wonder and awe when you first laid eyes on them. The talk about celestial spheres and their protective barriers that stop things from entering in, shall we say. You don't know so much about planets, but you have heard about planes being contained within them.
Okay.
What you're witnessing, yeah.
Sorry.
No, yeah, go on.
Zacharia, how do we get to your master safely?
I don't know, but he's in the midst of contacting a plane of existence.
You first.
Fine. And I'd like
Alright.
everyone to roll initiative as you stepped in.
Yep. I had a feeling something like that was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
At that
Nice.
same moment, you see Kesserask finish his spell.
Ooh, wow.
A
Ooh,
magical
ooh,
barrier of
pokeball.
purple energy begins to
that's
surround him.
break glass in case of emergency number 2.
Disco,
Essentially.
disco.
It's
The
global
initiative
vulnerability.
option isn't
Okay.
there for me.
You're all on there now.
Okay, let's roll.
I gotta
What is your-
remember if I. Oh man,
Hello?
I'm gonna have to remember how to use an Earth Sorcerer.
Oh yeah, is that the one that never did that ever get
That's
made
the one.
official?
Yep, it's that.
Yeah, I don't remember how that worked either. I just remember him being an absolute ball ache to fight.
Yep. Okay. All right. So, yes, right. Wow. Wow. I just rolled
Wow.
a dirty 20 for Kesserask. He sees you coming.
Come on, come on.
Just need the others to roll.
I'm trying. It doesn't want to let me roll initiative.
I'll add you back again. And Ember, you need to roll as well.
For some reason, it's showing me as 20.12, but I think that was last fight's initiative. I don't know why I don't have a dice. I'm already on the combat tracker on my screen.
I know.
No, I normally for everyone I can see the dice, but can't remember.
20.20. No, that was my last. That was my last one.
Oh, you just got ahead of him.
No, that
Okay.
that one actually is
That was my
right.
last one. I've only rolled a 12.
The dice just rolled a 15 that came out.
I'm having strange
I'm literally
problems.
seeing.
I'm reloading.
I would
Oh.
reload if I were you guys.
Yeah, I'm having
Okay.
problems.
I will also reload. Just that way, we're all reloading. It's
I did
the HUD
just see
reloader.
Dyer roll a 20.
Yeah. That's what I saw. I saw a 15 on the dice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know why it took me so long to be able to roll though. But, well,
I'm not sure either. But it looks like you are just up ahead of
Yep.
Kesseras. Barely, thanks to your tiebreaker with your dex. Zankiri is about to charge in, and I'll tell you what he's about to witness as he comes in.
Okay.
But he, for a brief moment, does stare up at the celestial spheres, and then he sees one of them shatter, and it doesn't appear to be real. It's just an illusion, and yet what it seems to be doing to Zankiri is affecting him in quite a profound way, as his eyes kind of go wide for a moment, and he seems to stop in his stride. Not sure exactly what he's witnessing, but
I
might join
tell
him
what?
as soon as you take a
Can I
step in.
tell what Kesserask is doing? Like, is he fighting this thing, or
Okay.
is he communicating with it? Like, what's his general demeanor?
So he seems to be twitching and convulsing as if there is something almost like inside of him.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, with his
Okay.
kind of hood over his face, it's hard to get a read on him. But all around you, this world, I guess, at this point, I mean, he's already told you, Zankiri's already told you that he's casting a contact other plane spell. So
Mm-hmm.
you know that's what he is doing. And the divination chamber is clearly built for that. If anything, it magnifies it. And it seems to be like a shared contact other plane, because it's like it's being projected onto the dome, and now everyone in this chamber is seeing what he is seeing.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the image.
Daya has no idea what's going on, but she's gonna run up right next to Kesserask with her full 50 feet. Which bit's are about here? And she's gonna just stand next to him and hold her action to either to pull him back if he starts doing something dangerous.
Okay,
She's got her like quarterstaff out to nudge him out of the way.
gotcha.
That's yeah. She's on the defensive at this point.
Okay, as you run up to him, you do find that you can pass through the barrier. Doesn't seem to stop you in any capacity whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
So you are able to get right up to him.
Okay.
At this point, he does look to you, and you once again hear a voice inside your head that's trying to like push you away effectively.
Says, you're too late. It has pried open my mind. It is using this as an entry point into our world.
And that is
Okay.
that is it.
When she hears that, her action's gonna go off.
Okay.
And she's gonna use her quarterstaff to push him back, to try and nudge him out of the way, like back away from this basin thing, whatever it is, to create some
Okay,
distance.
sure.
I don't know if that's a strength check or
Yeah, that would
yeah.
be an athletics check.
Athletics. Okay. Athletics. Oof.
I will roll
Eesh.
his I'll go with his dex. Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's fine. Who's Alhoon?
That is what he is. He is
Mm.
an Alhoon, but that's
An
we'll
Alhoon.
get
Oh,
onto that later. Don't you worry about
alright.
that for now.
Okay. Okay.
Just this will be revealed later, I'm sure. But for now, yes, he is an Alhoon. Now,
Okay.
as you
So she
try
doesn't
to push
push
him
him back.
away,
She is there. Mhm.
it looks as though he convulses in like an unnatural way. As you try to push him, his body like twists and turns at odd angles. You can try again, because you can do that as an action. Basically, when you shove, you replace an attack. So
Okay.
you can go ahead and do it again.
Okay. We will try again. Probably not going to be good enough.
It
Oh.
is. Okay, you do get to shove him 5 foot away, and you catch him just on as you kind of trying to like plant his feet. You shove him away,
Mm-hmm.
and this image in the basin seems to flicker momentarily. And as such, I will say that the rest of the chamber similarly flickers as well, like it was like the spell is being slightly faltered, but there is a firm tether, a firm cable connecting this spell, and it is definitely Kesseresk.
So it hasn't broken yet. Yeah.
Not
Okay.
yet, no. Seems as though he is this conduit for the spell.
Yep. Alright.
And it is his go. Seeing you up in his face, he is also going to take a defensive measure as well. Oh boy. Too many. Get rid of this. Okay. It says endless possibilities. Infinite outcomes. All of them. All of them lead to our destruction. Your destruction. And as he says that, you see he is actually being multiplied. And there are now 4 of them.
Oh, great. Okay.
Natural one. Okay. What else? Allow me to just quickly use some of these spell slots, just so I know what I'm working with here. Let me use that out. And I'm gonna use that one up. Okay. Alright, that's his go. He actually does that as an action. But he doesn't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon, doesn't seem to move from his position. At
Oh.
initiative count 20,
Mm-hmm.
the celestial bodies all around you begin to shatter and break away. I need anyone inside the room, which is at the moment Daya and Zankiri, to roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Bad. 8.
8. Okay. And Zankiri is gonna roll. Got normal. It's bad. You both failed.
Uh-oh.
As you stare into these places,
+3 for Zankiri.
+3, and he passes. Whoa, clutch. Okay. He's just on the outskirts. He hasn't entered into the room fully, but you see a full view of this extra planar projection. And the strain of witnessing this is enough to break your mind, as he warned you. You
Whoopsie.
potentially risk madness.
Yep.
As you feel your mind snapping under the weight of these endless possibilities that he's mentioned, and how they all end in this inevitable destruction, you witness your own world being unmade effectively. You do take 20 points of psychic damage
Oh.
and are insane until you finish a long rest.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
take
Are
this.
insane?
Yes, you take on
That's
a
a
bout
good-
of madness.
Oh, Sarah
effectively.
Jane.
I don't know what kind of a condition that does, but it sounds like fun.
Effectively,
honest,
we're just gonna
insane.
roll. We're just gonna roll on the madness table for this.
Oh no.
The what?
The madness
Yeah.
table, Call of Cthulhu shit. Oh
What
I
the
want
fuck.
fuck is going on?
I would like you to roll me a D100, please, Di.
Oh
Sure,
my
sure.
shit. What is this?
Oh, this is problems.
None of us are intelligent, guys. Why are we going in this room?
You're intelligent.
I ran in because I was not
The
intelligent.
character. So
I did not listen to the warning.
You seem to have a similar thing to Kesseras. You experience uncontrollable tremors and tics, which impose disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws that rely on strength and dex.
Fuck.
So attack rolls, ability checks,
Pretty much everything
And
that is
saving
strength and
throws.
dex based is a
strength and
disadvantage.
dex. Okay, good.
Oh
Good.
my
And
god.
this is going to last effectively until you have a long rest. But that's all you. So, Di, everyone sees Di walk into the room. There's this blood-curdling scream as they perhaps witness every elf civilization in every possible known universe be disintegrated by a multitude of colors. It's like someone cast a prismatic spray wide enough to encompass a multiverse. And that's everything you see there. It's horrific. But that's what you see.
Do I still have the power to reason?
Yes, I would say
Okay.
so. It's the madness table has given you exactly what I've described.
So it's giving me strength and dex, but like if I need to, I still have some understanding.
You can still act, you can still move, but that vision, as you kind of witness it, definitely shook you, and you can see your arms shaking. You can see your shoulders twitching. Yeah, you're just effectively a mess mentally right now, but you are still able to defend yourself and fight, but it's just going to be difficult considering your tremors. Okay, Zankuri is up after that. He's going to charge in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh boy. He has got a few spells up his sleeve. So he's going to immediately cast. Ooh, Erupting Earth on him. That's a good one. Yep. That's one of the bigger ones he's got. Okay. There's a reason why this place is made of marble as well. It helps with Zankiri protecting him from certain threats. So, with this, he is going to launch an Erupting Earth at Kessera. No available slots. Oh, screw it. I'll just do this. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, 22 bludgeoning damage. He says, "Snap out of it, Kisseras!" And he's gonna have to roll a dex save. But let me just check something. That is... What level spell slot is that? Third? Okay, 1 second.
Would stop that, wouldn't it?
Yep. So what you see is as he charges towards him, he slams his geode into the ground. A marble erupts, setting up huge boulders. And as it rises towards Kesseras, the magic that's animating the ground suddenly cuts short. Like someone just someone's like hung up the phone on his spell, and it simply disperses as it enters into this barrier.
Oh, shit.
Damn it. That's going to end his go. Yeah, he can't cast spells into it. Okay. He's going to end his go, but at least he's given you that valuable information. It is Tanner's go.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Right. Duff, 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 duff. I'm just going to dash all the way up to his face.
Mm-hmm.
And going to use... I don't know how much movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60. I'm just going to move Dyer out.
You're gonna dash up there and push Dyer away, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Defensive positions. As you charge in, you see a swarm of cranium rats twitching their little whiskers, and suddenly their bluish brains begin to glow. Their exposed craniums aim towards you, Tanner, and they're gonna cast Dominate Monster.
But I'm not a monster.
No, you are a creature. I need you to roll a Wisdom saving throw.
This counts as a charm effect, doesn't it?
It is.
I'm immune, I'm pretty sure.
You're not immune, but you can end
with
the charm
advantage.
effect.
Hold on, bear with. So,
You do have advantage. You can Fey Ancestry.
Fey Ancestry. It's advantage on saving throws.
Yeah, but you do also have a way to end them.
Okay. It only allowed me to roll once, but I'll take that 25.
That's a pass. The minds of these little creatures are trying to bore their way inside, but you shield yourself with your own weird Fey-like mind. But yeah, don't forget you can end stuff with your own aura. You know, paladin stuff. Alright, cool. Moving on. Cruise is up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's gonna have to dash as well. Gonna charge right up in there and possibly rage. I think rage. Ah! Alright, he gets up in there. It is a more cranium rats. That's right, another swarm appears from behind the pillar.
Actually, Chris, looking at what Tanner is, you and friendly creature within 10 feet of you can't be charmed.
Yeah.
This is their aura.
Oh, it is that. You have got that aura up. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
that's the aura of devotion.
Okay, perfect.
I was just trying to find it.
Yeah, I thought there was an aura thing. Okay. Well, this is gonna make things much easier on you guys. Within 10 foot of you can't be charmed. Okay.
Does this mean that Dyer is no longer charmed?
She's not charmed, she's experiencing madness,
Oh, okay.
which is a totally different ball game. Speaking of madness, seeing a group of you guys up here, I think this cranium rat, now realizing, because they're this hive mind, they can realize that was ineffective, didn't seem to do jack. They're going to take a different approach, and this one's going to cast confusion on the group here. Hitting you 3. Roll those wisdom saves. Dex
So what
save?
is a dex? What
Okay.
is that a dex?
Yeah.
I don't know. I got a little scroll that came up asking me to sort
Oh,
of
okay.
do it.
It's weird. Should have been Dex.
Yeah.
I mean, wisdom.
All right. Use wisdom.
Okay.
+3.
They're all passes, I think. And let me just do Dankiri's. He's got normal. +3 is not enough, I'm afraid. Out of everyone, Dankiri is the only one confused. But he is trying to push forward through it. We'll see what happens on his go. But he is bombarded with different signals from these rats. And they're going to back away behind the pillars as well afterwards. Sneaky little things. Okay, it is Eridanus' go.
Right. Eridanus doesn't have much. Oh God, I'm moving everyone.
Draw a box around your character.
4, 5, 6. Eridanis is going to try to do something a little weird, but he honestly can't think of anything he can really do at the moment. He is going to use create or destroy water to essentially create above the barrier 20 gallons of water to just drop on top of Kesseras, because technically the water isn't magic, so it should go through the barrier.
Water isn't magic.
Yeah, because I've just created the water, so I'm not casting a spell into the barrier, I'm just creating water to drop on him to try to snap him out of it.
Nice.
Okay, how much damage would that do?
I mean, it's not a damaging spell, I'm just dropping 20 gallons of water on him.
Make it hard for me. All right. Let's use the improvised damage chart then,
Okay.
and go from there.
I don't know. Well,
20 gallons. How much? I mean, that's pretty heavy.
yeah.
It's pretty damn heavy. That.
I mean, I could have put it there as a rain, but instead I'm just been like, nope, just a ton of water on him and hope.
4d10 is being hit by rubble, falling rubble, in a collapsing tunnel. So, what level spell is this? Just out of curiosity.
Second level, because that's what it casts as.
Only second level. Okay.
Genetic.
There's not a tremendous amount.
Nope, it's normal. First level it is 10 gallons of water. Second level. Oh no, wait, I can't do. Sorry, that has to be within an open container. So instead, it's falling as rain. So it's just raining.
It's just raining. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
It's
happy with that?
raining. Yeah, it's raining in a 35-foot cube around him. Just, and I'm just like, snap
Alright.
out of it, you daft tentacly bastard.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Although it probably wasn't the intended effect, what you do notice is that a lot of the rain is passing through the mirror images, but it is soaking the one that is real. In the center.
Nice.
Ah.
Ah,
Clever, James.
precisely my intent.
Very nice, James. Very nice.
Yeah. That's pretty good. I'll say, for the purposes of this, when I roll a mirror image,
It'll be a disadvantage.
I'll roll a disadvantage, exactly. Yeah. There we go. I think that's a fair little thing. It is countering mirror image in a fashion. So, that's gonna. Is that your turn?
Yep, that's pretty much all I can do at this moment.
Okay, Ember, you're up.
Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right up to behind Eridanis there. That's all my movement. I don't see no rats, right?
If some of them you can spot. If you can see them, you can see them. I mean, they're not hiding as such. But if they are there, some of them may have cover behind little pillars and such, but you know they're there.
I noticed the rats. Should I destroy them or?
I mean, they seem to be causing some sort of negative effect. So yes.
I hope you like the taste of rat. I'll chuck a fireball at this bunch over here.
Yeah, cool.
Using my last level 3 spell slot, fireball. Yeah.
You
I'll
want to
pass
try and
it,
get Kesserask involved in that, or no? I don't think it will happen. I won't get it anyway.
yeah. No, I'm gonna chuck it at the rats. I don't want to hurt old Kess there. We don't know what's going on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's roll that
Okay.
rat.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
That's
Yeah,
a fail.
It wouldn't.
I'm
hit
sorry,
them anyway.
My spell bar became unlocked. Reason. Trying to get it back up here. There you
Yeah,
go, fireball.
Rats are too slow to see
Kaboom.
this one coming. They're definitely engulfed.
Ooh, that's
None of
good
those are
damage.
ones.
Oh god. You one-shot the swarm of rats.
That is some good damage.
Damn,
and
dude.
nothing below a 3.
That's a big fireball.
Oh,
Yeah.
roasted rats scatter across the
I'm
marble
pretty sure
flooring.
I've thrown 5th level fireballs that have done less.
Yeah. Good shit.
These rats! I don't like them!
Yeah, that was I mean. Okay.
In
Hopefully
answer to your
that'll-
question, no, I don't like the taste of rats.
Or if they're hive mind, hopefully that'll slow them down. And I have nothing else. That's my turn. Thank you.
All right. That is me. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. All right. There is one last cranium rat. Yeah, squeak, squeak, squeak. Comes rushing out behind the pillar. It is a lone rat, not a swarm. But it is it's going to go ahead and, I don't know, fight Ember for that mutilation of his brothers. Squeak!
I
Yep,
so wanted
that's about
that
what I
to be in that
expected.
20.
Can you imagine? Okay.
Fucking hell.
You just kick it away. It's like, but yeah, that proved no threat whatsoever. All right, moving on. It is back to the top of the round. Dire.
Okey
Oh
doke.
boy, took a hit
Yeah.
there. Are you?
The,
You're not on 1 HP. Shouldn't be on 1 HP, right?
No, I'm on. I should be on 12. I don't know
Okay.
if maybe the. Yeah, I'm on 12. The basin of whatever gems right in front of me, this like planetary thing, is that
Hmm.
something that I can hit? Is it a physical thing?
It is. Yeah, there is a swirling portal almost, but it's more like
Okay.
a projection, and light is rushing from it, from like these waters and these dancing lights, and
Yeah.
it projects them into a much larger form. It's
Is there like
potentially
a is there like a bowl or something that is projecting from?
yeah, effectively right.
Okay.
But it definitely looks like whatever spell is cast into it is magnified into this room, and
Yeah.
it's most likely divination magic that's here, not illusion. But if you want to try and mess it up,
I want
you
to,
can
yeah, I
try.
want to try and mess it up. Like, if it's a vessel, I want to try and either turn it over or unseat it or destabilize it somehow.
Okay,
Yeah,
you could
I'm not,
just throw.
not quite
You
sure
could
the shape of it, but yeah.
yeah, effectively it's like a basin on the floor, so it's not something
Okay.
you tip up and over. But you reckon that beyond that water, there is probably some very reflective surface that amplifies it. You could just attempt shoving your staff down there and hitting as hard as you can, or if you have any other item on you that might do something, I'm not sure. But
I
anything's
don't-
worth a shot
Yeah, I want to try and, I guess,
with a token.
like shove my staff into it and try and upset the water, and
Okay.
if I can also like push against one of the sides so that it overturns.
All right.
But
Roll to hit with your staff.
okay, I guess disadvantage.
It is, yeah.
Yay. 16.
Okay, 16. You swoosh around the water a bit, and it doesn't seem to upset the illusion, but you do feel there is something solid at the bottom, and it feels like hemispherical in shape, like there is a dome or a bowl, like you mentioned, underneath the surface of the water.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like you hit it hard enough to make any dent. So you could
Okay.
try it again.
I'm gonna try it again. I want to try and break that thing, whatever it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
Oh, damn.
No.
Okay. A 10 is not gonna do it, I'm afraid.
No.
You can feel it, and it feels like you're like hitting against something glassy,
Yeah.
but it doesn't seem like it's it doesn't feel fragile. It feels quite sturdy.
Right. Okay. Can I? No, I'm not gonna do anything else this turn. I'm gonna do a patient defense and take a dodge as a bonus.
Okay.
Because I
That
am
will-
low on points.
Just to
That is fine.
clarify, Chris, did you just say that this vessel is filled with water?
Yeah, although it doesn't resemble water, it is a liquid of some sort, and it looks well, it's kind of golden.
I wonder.
It might even be liquid gold. Who knows? But perhaps some sort of water that's been infused with divination magic. That's is Dyer's go. It is Ketzeras. He is. Oh boy, there's a lot of you grouped up there. We're gonna do what we didn't get a chance to do in the Fade Arc. And Mind
you're gonna
Blast
Mind
you.
Blast, yeah.
Yep.
That's not a magic.
Oh boy.
It's not a spell, so it wouldn't be contract.
It's not a spell. Is a deadly combination.
Yeah.
This is
Turns
gonna
to
hurt.
all of you. All of the tentacles seem to be twitching in unison. And he says,
We will all collapse into one. Infinity. I have become the Harbinger.
I need everyone except Grizz, I think, to make me a. Oh, fuck me. It's an intelligence saving throw. You're gonna use tides.
Do I have anything that will help me in this case? No.
Oh,
Roll
Dyer
dice.
passes.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, but no, but I have disadvantage. I have to roll twice. Second one is a 9.
Not for intelligence saves.
Oh, that's right.
Only strength
Awesome.
and dex.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm almost certain.
What did you just roll? I just deleted it as I was getting rid of it. Well, 20's a pass anyway, Ember. You're clean sailing. Tanner, you got, what was that? A 14?
Yeah.
That is a failure, I'm afraid.
Oof.
Eridanus,
Bye.
7 is a failure.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, this
Next
is gonna knock
thing
me unconscious unless
happens-
he rolls really low.
Is a horrific ringing noise comes out. It is actually +4 to that. So it's 25. 25 points of psychic damage dealt to Tanner
Joke.
and Eridanus.
You literally just did, without the plus, you literally just did my HP in damage.
Really?
Yeah, I had exactly 21 left.
I mean, you were really low
Yeah.
coming in here. Let me just do Zankiris. He's confused already. Perhaps this is the best thing for him. Because if he's stunned, it means he won't accidentally hit someone else. But he is taking 25 as well. And is now stunned.
God.
Good lord.
Stunned in, you can repeat the save at the end of each of your turns. The ones who pass don't take half, they just take nothing and they're not stunned. This awful ringing rattles you, Tanner, and it perhaps even made worse. It feels like you're wearing a helmet and someone just hit you like a bell. As for Eridanus, everything blurs, and suddenly you feel a cold, hard surface as you go unconscious.
Yeah, Eridanus just sort of feels and goes, oh.
Shit! Do I take half damage, Chris, or my?
Nope, nothing.
No
You don't take
damage.
anything. That's going to end his go. And as if it couldn't get any worse, everyone in the room needs to make an intelligence saving throw, including Kesseras.
At least I'm immune to that.
Mm.
This.
It's 1 plus 2.
Kesseras maintains sanity.
Oh no, Tanner, you're going
Dyer,
mad.
you've actually overcome that sanity. You do still have
really?
the one before it, but you're not taking any
Yeah.
more damage from this at all.
Sweet.
Ember,
Sweet.
you're immune to this effect as well now. So,
Okay.
yep, Dyer is immune, Ember is immune. You still have the continuing madness you had before. It's just not stacking. Yep, I said this would be an stupidly ridiculous encounter. Grizz needs to make one as well, actually.
Bad one.
Let's hope to God he's got this.
No.
Oh, that's Grizz. Okay, As per the contact of a plate spell, you're taking damage.
Grizz, baby.
Grizz is,
Oh boy.
Grizz is tanking it, but Tanner, this is too much to bear. You hear a voice inside your mind reeling, spinning.
Even the universe will grind to a halt.
And as you hear that, you are flatlined.
Do you want me to
Um,
roll a D100 for Grizz?
D100. He is unconscious, but yeah, I would need a
Well, I
D100
was-
from
for
Tanner.
Grizz,
Oh,
I was
Grizz,
gonna
yeah,
say.
he does. Yeah, Grizz needs to roll this as well.
I'll roll one for him. Just
Oh, I got it.
Oh, you beat me to
60. Nice.
it.
I want to take yours, but I'm going to stick with mine 12 just because I think it's less worse. He experiences vivid hallucinations and has disadvantage on ability checks. Yep, sounds about right for what's happening right here.
What was
He is definitely-
69, just because I'm curious?
Oh, 69 is much, much worse. It's the same as one as Dire has.
Oh,
Disadvantage on all attacks, ability checks, saving throws on strength and dex.
So basically, being affected by Fomorian.
Yeah,
It's
almost.
basically the same
Oh
thing.
god, it's the worst. Yeah. Grizz is able to maintain composure at least. He's just like seeing lots of colors. He's like, oh, I don't like it. Turn it off, Dara. It's gonna end
Trying. Sorry.
saying Kiri is stunned and ends his go. Tanner is unconscious and needs to make a death save.
Dear God.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, swarm of rats, that's already obliterated. Grizz's go. Hell yeah. Alright. About time he gets stuck in. He's gonna bring the axe down on Kesserask. And he needs to hit
Hit
hard
him, Chris.
to break these horrible spells. Oh, that's a nat 20. Okay, 1 second. I need to roll with disadvantage for one of these illusions. Because it could mean it just pops one instead. Yeah, let's. Oh my god! What? This is insane. So, instead of hitting one of the illusions, it would have, because it was a 20. Instead, it pops the. Instead, it actually hits an impact. You can see which one is soaking wet from the rain. It's like, that one! Hit the wet one, guys!
Yeah.
That's how I kind of roll.
Technically, it would be the one that hits, because if you have to roll a 6 or higher to change it to a duplicate.
Oh, the other way around.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's the worst of the two. And considering it's the extreme,
Yeah.
the two extremes, I think it misses. As in, it misses the mirror image.
Yeah.
I have to roll a 6 or higher.
Yeah. For the first
Yeah, I rolled
one,
it.
yeah.
So I've taken disadvantage, which is 1.
Yeah.
So yeah, he definitely doesn't get the mirror image, which means a whopping crit for 41 damage just went through. And
That doesn't
on
break
top of that, doesn't he have brutal critical as a barbarian?
Yes, he would at that level, which I'm almost certain he
Also
would
got
have
sausage mastery.
that.
Oh god, no, actually don't click that gift. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, because we're 9. Oh, what level are we?
You're 7. Oh, 8.
Yeah,
God
in
damn it,
which
Chris.
case he doesn't have brutal critical yet.
No, okay, alright. Still, 41 damage on the first attack is hefty as all hell. I also need to roll something for Kesseras. It's the same 66 from earlier. What is it? Yeah, it was 66. This is basically for him for the first thing. I'll explain afterwards, but effectively he's down 22 HP.
Because he's obviously been negatively affected by the contact of the plane.
Yep,
which
this is
twice,
what
and,
happened to begin with. Are you okay, Derek? You're spinning things around like crazy.
Right.
Oh, it's Cam rolled a death save yet?
No, not yet. I'll do that
Okay.
now.
Yep, please.
Oh, apparently I still have 2 hit points left. There we go. Death save.
Alright.
Oof.
That a nat 1.
No, that was a 2.
It's a nat
Plus
1.
3.
No, it's a 2.
No,
No.
it's not. It's a 2. Okay, right, my bad.
yeah, and it's
Okay.
not plus 3 because he's unconscious, so he doesn't get the
Right,
effect.
right.
Okay. So Kesras needs to roll a concentration check because he just got slam dunked.
Yep. And the DC is
That's
20.
a pretty good one.
Wow, he just rolled a natural 19. That is gonna maintain his spell on concentration. Grizz is
Oh.
gonna go for another one. Okay. Kesras, stop hurting friends. Oh my god, another
My
natural
gosh.
20, Jesus. Okay,
Oh,
let's see if it
wow.
pops a mirror image.
No.
It
hit
didn't.
him.
It hit him again with another crit. Oh my
Yeah.
lord.
This is
What is
Which is
happening?
Grizz is not all
30,
his. Yo, this
which
chamber
is-
like reverses all energies, right?
which
So
is like
Grizz misses everything.
37, so
Now he just crits everything.
14?
I don't
my
think that.
No.
God.
No, DC 18.
Wow. Okay. That's incredible.
No, it's
That's
ramped
actually
up.
incredible. He got past
DC 19
DC 19. Alright.
because
We
it's
get on that.
37 half.
It's, I'm still surprised he got past the mirror image and all the rest of it.
My create water has on purpose.
Yeah, the rain
Fails.
did something. Oh god, the fail as well. Jeez, on top. It is suddenly turned tide immensely as his globe of invulnerability is washed away.
Nope.
I like the fact literally washed away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Very
I-
nice.
I like to think as Grizz hit, like it sort of splashed some of the water from him onto the things, and it literally just dissolved the globe.
Absolutely. I believe that it's going to end his go after that incredible display of strength and in the face of adversity. Okay, who's up? It is some more cranium rats. Okay, they pop their little head around. They are concentrating on confusion right now, but let's see what else they can do. They can bite stuff. That's always fun. Why shouldn't I? Should bite Tanner's corpse. Bring him
That's
closer.
mean.
Bring him closer to the edge.
That could finish him.
They hit him.
If it
They
crits him,
crit him.
Wow.
That's 2 fails on top of his fail. He's dead.
No.
Okay.
No. By rats? Like that's not fair.
That's literally a death.
Yeah, we'll work on that. We'll get him back next session.
We don't have any healers.
I have Revivify, but I don't have the components for it, and it won't be within a minute. And I don't have it prepared today.
Fuck.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I have.
Oops.
I
I
could-
succeed! Okay.
Man, he's dead.
Even gods dare look within. Gaze,
Tanner! Get off him!
gaze into the eye of annihilation.
and as he says that, this basin changes form into that of an eye, and it seems to
Yo.
stare over towards Tanner as these cranium rats pour over his body, biting and tearing at his body, as completely helpless and defenseless to stop this. Tanner is not moving. And just like that, This battle just got pretty dramatic. Eridanus, you are unconscious as well. I need you to make another saving. That is a fail. Ember,
Oh my god.
it's your turn.
Dinner! Dinner! There's like a shitload of rats, right? Like more or
There
less than
is
10.
a swarm. There's like 30 rats.
I will, seeing as they are literally devouring him, not fuck. 5, 10. I will spend my last level 4 spell slot to blow the fuck out of these fucking vermin.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
I don't have any level 3s left, so it's going to be level 4, and the ones will become not ones. Centered kind of around here, I guess. I don't know. No,
Yep.
you know what, man?
Yeah, it's
You could blast them
automatically
that way.
rolled
Yeah.
the one by the looks of it. So
It re-rolled it. Yeah, Chris really helped me out with that. It's pretty cool what he did. So
Okay,
it
the
calculates elemental adept automatically for me.
okay. That is gonna. Oh, I need to roll dex save for him. Oh, did it already roll them? No, it didn't. Okay. Wow.
Can I use 2 points of? Can I use a reaction on a swarm? Can I?
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
What
So
do you mean?
I will use. I will spend my reaction and spend 2 points
To bend luck.
to bend luck on that.
You can
Dex
bend
check.
luck. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. That's gonna turn it into a fail.
That's
I
what
think.
I'm hoping.
Yep.
Yep.
it does.
That's it. That's 31 points of bludgeoning damage, leaving
Fire
about
damage,
5
probably.
rats left alive.
Okay.
There's like a few charred ones still like twitching, moving around.
All right. And Amber's just screaming furiously at this point, and starting
Okay.
to, and at the same time starting to have a look at his ring.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh
By the way,
shit!
I want to point
mean,
out that Kesserat is incredibly wounded by taking 2 crits from a barbarian, and he's stumbling around, breathing in, trying at least. Maybe not even breathing. Perhaps he's trying to talk, because if he's an Alhoon, he probably doesn't need to breathe. So he's likely trying to spit out his last words, but it's gonna end his go. Your go rather. 1 singular cranium, right?
Don't you
How
dare.
many death saves do you want, Eridanus?
I'm on 1, and they're very likely to hit me. If they want to,
Well-
go for it. If that's what they would do, then that's what they would
No,
do.
the cranium rats have been going after Ember because he's blasting them with fire, and I
Still
think
want
that's a hit.
them.
You take 1 point of piercing damage, Ember, as this thing nibbles on you.
Okay.
And
It automatically
it
went.
did. It did.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, I
Back
need
to
to
the
roll
top of the
D100
round.
too. Sorry. Because
Oh, shit. You surged.
22.
22.
Is that the?
Creatures
No,
have
8 is
disadvantage on saving throws against the next spell you cast that involves a saving throw.
Okay. Great.
You find your spells are heightened here.
As
Okay, Dire, you are up.
Okay.
Only hit rolls 1 higher.
I am going to feed Tanner a healing potion. The one of the ones that Grick gave us, which I think was a greater healing.
Yeah, it was.
So that's
The
2.
first few drips
Yeah.
that enter into his mouth do not seem to bring him back.
Oh shoot.
get these rats off of him!
Not to mention there are still rats all over his body.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Well, if that was my action and it didn't do anything. Shit.
Well,
Okay.
I'll say this, that you're going to do it and you realize it's not having the desired effect. So you could stop midway and change it
Okay.
up.
Yeah. If it's all right. Then I will stop midway and I will swipe at the last the
Because like as you're pouring the vial into his mouth, you see a rat like literally going for his throat.
and I will
but-
swipe at them. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And it probably makes sense that I'm doing that unarmed because
You
I
you
wouldn't be
are,
holding
but
my, I wouldn't be holding my quarterstaff.
disadvantage, and that's still a hit. With 11 points of
Okay.
damage, you punch the rat so hard, it literally probably explodes, and its
Yeah,
brain
Just
pops out.
smack him away.
The other 4 rats seem to die out from the burns. They seem to like crawl away and then just fall over charred. They are done and dusted. And with that, the confusion spell ends on Zankiri, but he is still stunned. In fact,
Hmm.
one quick question: who else is stunned? It was
I think
Anna, wasn't it? But he
I
was-
think I was stunned, but I'm unconscious. as it
you. Yeah,
stands.
right. Gotcha. You're right. Anything else? There?
I want to stay near Tanner to protect him, but I don't think I can do anything else in this turn.
You punch the basin with your other attack.
Might be right. Might
You know
be
what,
everything.
Yeah,
Sorry?
I'll try. I might as well try it. Try striking the basin again, unarmed.
Okay. Pick up the staff, strike down at it. Oh my god, there it is.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Okay.
Nat
Oh, of course,
1
it's his
and nat
disadvantage, though.
20.
Oh man. Yeah, damn, it's
yeah,
disadvantage
yep.
because the damn madness.
Yep.
Oh, so once again, you go to stab into this thing, and the eye suddenly twitches, looks up at you, and you hear a voice. It just says, "We will claim the very heavens and drag them down."
This is annoying me. I'm going to flurry of blows. I might as well spend the points. 11.
You punch as hard as you can into this thing. It doesn't seem to be disrupting the spell.
Ugh, 9. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Cancerous might be the way forward, rather than destroying this magical item.
Yep,
Okay.
but I'm not leaving Tanner's side at this point. So
Right.
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
It's Kesserat's turn.
It's gonna have to be Grizz. And Ember, I guess.
Shall suck the marrow from the stars.
I roll my eyes at him.
Okay. It is. He's going to aim something at Grizz because he is clearly the biggest threat right now in front of him. Gonna be. He needs to get him off him. Fully off of him. And he's dominate monster on him. Now that Tanner's down, that is actually a chance of this happening. Grizz is gonna roll. Oh god. It is a wisdom saving throw. Problems have just arisen as Grizz suddenly stops in mid-flurry with his axe, literally about to perhaps finish off this fight, and then turns towards you, Dyer. His eyes are glazed. His mouth is just agape. And as it speaks, like this silent voice, you hear something in the back of your mind, and it is Grizz's voice, but he is speaking psychically to you, and says,
Enter the horizon. The eclipse.
and that's it. Start stepping towards you. Meanwhile, Kesserat is going to back the hell up over here. All the way into the corner there. As Zankiri's go. Gonna have to try and snap out of it on his turn. Oh shit. No, he's not. I think everyone else in the room is... No, Grizz is the only one who hasn't overcome the madness yet. So he's going to roll another intelligence save. Yep, he takes six more psychic damage
Gains another madness.
and gets more stacking madness. So he takes 28 psychic. Good lord. And I'm going to roll D100 for him. It is 54. 54 is the character becomes attached to a lucky charm, such as a person or an object, and has disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws while more than 30 feet away from it. Well, there's not many more charms on him aside from. It almost sounds like he wants his brooch back. He's like, he turns towards you, Emma. He's like, give me back the shiny! Ah! And so it's like rushing towards you.
Can
Okay.
he make another save against Kesserask's Dominate Monster since he took damage?
Oh, look.
Each time the target takes
Yeah,
damage, it makes a
true
new
that.
wisdom.
Yeah, he is. There's two opposing forces tearing at his mind right now,
Damn it.
but
No.
the stronger of the two is definitely whatever extra planar thing this is. Okay. That is unfortunate, but
One
it
fucking
is
rat.
it is Grizz's go. Oh my god. He was about to deliver the final blow and now he's charging headlong towards you, Ember. Wait, whereabouts is he? He's here? Yeah, he can make it.
Okay.
He literally jumps over the basin, rushes towards you, axe raised in hand, and goes to strike at you. He's going to use everything he's got in the arsenal. 18 and a 17 to hit you.
I will cast Shield, which brings my AC to 19.
Oh, okay. Two
And I do.
impacts shatter on that shield.
No, they don't. I'm a cheater because I used my
Oh.
reaction to use 2 sorcery points
Oh, you didn't you?
Yep, I'm not gonna cast Shield. My
Okay,
bad.
that's going to bring you down to 19.
Yep.
Oh, God. Yeah, for the first time, you feel what it's like to be Grizzly's enemies chopped in twain. Kesserask is slinking away. You see him limping, and he's probably lost a lot of blood as well. There's like a trail of it leading over to the corner. Just want to throw that out there. He is incredibly low. Now,
roll my death
continue
save.
down to Eridanus. You're unconscious still. It's another fail. Jesus. Ember. Here's your go, Ember.
I don't think I have. I don't think I can get another turn before Chris strikes me down.
No, it's your turn now.
I know. That's.
Oh right, you're saying you might not get another turn.
I'm just
Yeah.
kind of like thinking out loud to my party here,
Hmm.
because guys, I don't think we have. I think we have to use one of these charges. I wanted to save it for like significant plot events, but if I don't do it, we're gonna die.
I hate to agree with you, but yeah, we
We're
are in
toast.
too much trouble.
All right.
Unless there's a way you can knock.
Before you do, what other spells do you have
I have
that
two
might
decisions.
take out Kesserask?
I literally firebolt him, which will probably hit a mirror image, or I hit him with a fireball using my ring. Because I don't have.
Gotcha.
I have one. I have level 1 spell slots left,
Yep.
and I don't have magic missile anymore. I unselected it when I leveled up, like 2 or 3 levels ago, so I can't even hit him multiple times. I have no sorcery points left. I have the Castellan staff, which is completely fucking useless.
Fireball
I reach
in a
the
dream.
blaze, which I can kill this one dumbass rat, which doesn't really.
The Castellan staff block Kesserask from leaving or injure him. Like,
yeah, it would, and then Grizz just cuts my fucking head off next turn.
You could block Grizz in.
You could block
you could,
yeah.
you could block Grizz in, or you can make a barrier around yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Protect yourself.
Yep. How many walls do you have? You have a bunch of walls, right? So
6 out of 10 left.
okay. So
but
four around Grizz, one around the thing to block
but he's
Ketherath.
right in melee range with me. I can't make a wall between him and I. Can I, DM? Like, is that a thing I can do? I don't think I can do that.
So a wall of stone creates up to the wall is 6 inches thick. So yes, it could fit between you and Grizz. And you
then
can
I'm
create
just
10
damning
foot.
Eridonis in that case, I guess. Or just,
Yeah.
I'm pretty much damned anyway, because the only... Well, you could easily put the barrier just around Grizz.
You could, yeah.
That's
There is a
what
way
I'm
to do
saying.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
but it wouldn't be very thick. Like, you'd be able to hack through it pretty quickly. In that case, it
Yeah.
wouldn't be 10 feet. It'd be like 2
But it
feet.
would probably take a turn.
6 inches.
And not only
So-
that, then I
No.
no guys, because then I risk Kestras having another turn, and what he's gonna do? Kill Daya, kill me, and we're fucking toast. And mind
He's-
blast both of us, and
Kest-
we're
yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
I look at my ring. I hope you do what I think you do, and I will wish upon a star. Or
Ooh.
I will think of the hottest of firebolts. Thinking back when I first headed out to this hut and scorched a wall outside while doing a little bit of investigation on those ley lines or whatever, and thinking of that level of heat, I'll think of a fireball. Wishing for a fireball of that level of intensity to strike out at Kesserask. His 4 mirror images, 3 mirror images.
Okay.
And spend eight and wish for
What's your
a
range? Oh,
a
no.
fireball's
Easily be
120.
within range.
Oh no,
Yeah.
sorry. I apologize. I don't mean the fireball.
Oh, okay.
I mean
It's a
something
20
else.
foot radius.
It's a 60-foot cone. Cool, got it. Ember, the most intense fireball you can think of suddenly turns cold in your hands. Blisteringly cold. Icicles stab through your hands. You feel this creeping chill, like it's freezing over your fire. Your voice is caught even in the midst of casting the spell. The verbal components like freeze on your lips. And as you release what you expect to be intense fiery heat, you instead release the most frigid blast of wind as you unleash a cone of cold directly
Daya.
in this direction.
Yours
Daya,
looks like Grizz.
Zankiri, Grizz need to make
Yep.
Constitution saving throws. And as well as Kesseras, because believe it or not, he's actually just within 60 feet.
Am I just outside that?
Yes, you are actually.
Does my evasion work against Cone of Cold?
No.
No, it's
'cause
con
a
base.
save.
Con base.
Oh, so what's the damage on this?
A cone of cold is 8d8 cold
And it's
damage.
a level 5 cone of cold.
Because
Yeah,
from what I
well-
understand, he was aiming for an 8th level fireball, because that would be the hottest he could do.
I was-
from-
Yeah,
I
in
mean,
that
I was
case, we
kind
can
of working
upcast that.
towards that, but yeah, no, it's whatever it is, it is.
We will
Which would be-
upcast that then, because
So that would be.
it can replicate the
11d8.
effects of a 9th level spell. Correct?
No, 8th level, I think, for
Oh,
Wish.
8th
I think
Wish.
it's
Okay.
Yeah, wish is
Yep.
up to 8th level.
In that
So-
case, then, we're going to
Oh.
upcast this to 8th level, which means
3d8
instead of
more.
8d8, you can add an extra,
3 on the
um,
d8.
3d8.
yes, an extra 3d8, correct.
That'd
So
be
that is a total
55.
of 55
Okay,
cold
Dies-
damage.
Dies
Which
out.
Daya will be unconscious. Zankiri can roll a con save, which is his best stat. I don't think he's going to make that. So Zankiri is out.
My DC is 15. I don't know.
Oh, it is? It
I
is?
don't know if we're
Okay.
using my DC or if we're using the DC of the ring, or I have no idea. how the
No,
hell
it's
this
your
works.
DC. It is your
Yeah,
DC.
which is 15. My
Okay.
spellcasting
So he's
DC.
he's barely standing. like, I think he's on 37. So he takes half of half of
That'd be on
55.
7.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
literally barely alive. On 7, yeah. Okay. Dyer is engulfed in this, and as you watch with horror, you didn't expect any of this to happen, as well as Grizz, who's pushed away. Damn, he makes it, but he is raging, so half again. So he actually survives this, and Grizz is left standing. 55, half to
Good.
23, half to 12. So he's actually still up on 22. The blast reaches all the way to Kesseras, and yeah, he sees this coming, but shit, he's still got that. Oh, screw it. He might have undone all this damage. I came to him last because I thought they wouldn't matter, but then I just looked and realized he can still do this.
Yep.
Whoa, that's not going to be enough.
Nope.
It's DC 18.
Yep.
He tries to warp away the magic. He tries to control it, push it away, send it away into another plane of existence, perhaps. But he is unable to contain the sheer power that this wish spell is channeling.
Let's go.
Beyond the stars, my Horus, far greater than any can imagine.
Our law.
And with that, you see the mirror images freeze and shatter. Kesseras is still standing, but as a block of ice
God.
Wait, what?
and completely unmoving,
Yeah, he's frozen, right? Because it's going cold.
frozen dead.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And with that, we will actually end combat because there is no more danger except this one little rat who suddenly keels over and goes brain dead.
I suppose I've got to make my last death save during that time period, though.
Tanner!
You
on,
should,
Jade.
yeah. Hold on, wait. Where's the? I closed the terminal, didn't I? Ember, there is Eridanus who is unconscious. Daya is unconscious. They're both looking really, really bad.
Dyer would get to make her save before I would, because the turn order.
Okay. Grizz is also up as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Technically,
Run
I
over.
think everyone in the party apart from Ember would get to go before I do.
Okay.
Because I was on an initiative of 6.
In that case, then, what other potions has Daya and Tanner got on them?
Well,
There
that's
was
what I was
the-
going to be doing, running over to
Yeah,
Daya,
okay.
just grabbing the
You
one that
can-
she had. Dumping it. She had it in
Okay.
her hand, right? So I could clearly see
Had-
it, so just in your mouth
There
it
is.
goes.
A potion of greater healing.
Yeah.
I think because
And-
Grizz would get there before you.
Okay,
He's
my bad.
he's gonna grab that, and he's gonna give that to Eridanus, and then you can potentially save Daya before
Which
it
is
is.
4d4 plus 4, right?
Yes. Yeah, you go ahead and roll that. Okay, that's
What
Grizz's
were the
action.
What were the other potions he gave us?
There was a potion of heroism and there was a potion of mind reading, which has already been used.
That's right.
The
I
heroism wouldn't be
Tanner
very
has
helpful.
the potion of heroism. Yeah.
I do also have the grasp of the afterlife.
What is the condition on the Doomsday Cookie? For you, Kim?
Mine was a falling. It's the same as yours.
Technically, you fell in battle.
Yeah. Let me
Any-
read it. It is great heights bring all who reach them low.
I mean,
are pretty high, or way up there.
To be honest, if we wanted to use that for a sort of metaphysical thing, the great heights of contacting other planes brought him low. Or, in the case, the great heights of whatever the hell Kesserask has become brought him low. I don't know. I don't know how that thing works, but I'm just trying to add in some philosophical ways of that it will
Yeah.
heal
It
him.
is
Figuratively,
effectively.
that works.
Whose
yeah.
turn is it? Well, I want to save Daya. I'm getting mad anxiety here. Whose fucking turn is it?
Okay. Wait, so Grizz is just gone. It would be your turn now, Ember.
Okay, I'm
I
going over
think
to.
was I before or after you in the turn order, Ember? I think I was before
Oh
you.
yeah,
Probably
you're up as well now,
before.
Eridanis.
Then
Yeah,
I'm
you'd be
just
before
gonna,
me, James.
Then I'm gonna cast healing word on Daya. Just sort of wake
Okay.
up, just sort of point and be like, "Wake up!"
It's sort of.
Like not
Okay.
even like anything like profound, or it's just like, "No, wake up."
Yep, I'm here.
Tanner!
Hey.
Tanner! Yeah. He's dead! Yeah. Daya, wake him! Eridanis, can you do anything?
On another day, maybe, but if I
No,
had the right things,
Why didn't that potion work?
because
He's dead! Hey,
potions can only heal what's alive.
Tanner, please, no! Please!
What happened?
I don't know. I was fine, and then I was knocked down. How's
the nature of this room, mental barriers. I was only able to calm them, but they drove you all mad. Zankiri, is there anything you can do?
He's still reeling
Wake
from the
up!
stun effect.
Shake him.
And-
Wake up!
Yeah, I'm gonna check to see if he is in this moment. He's still stunned. And
Damn
I'll do it again because another 6 seconds would have passed. He's still stunned.
How did Kesserask get frozen?
Hey, I know I'm talking about it. We have to help Tanner.
Okay, is there anything in the hags? Anything in the hags room? They must have something to help.
I want you guys to take an honest vote and say whether you think this was a great height that brought Tanner low.
I would go with a no on that one.
It can be physical, it can be metaphysical, but in my head, a great height means like they were at their most powerful, or effectively when they were expecting great things, and then instead it's like the king who falls off his horse.
I mean, do I have any input on this?
You can, yeah, absolutely. I'm
So,
saying everyone
just
vote.
to recall Tanner's last moments, he sprinted into the room after Daya was hit pretty hard, pushed her out to safety, and then dropped.
It was definitely self-sacrifice.
100%. This is perhaps a little bit outside what my character would know, but based on what I know of what Kesserask is, being what he's been rolling as, that's definitely a great height as a magical practitioner. And that is what brought Tanner low. So it's not necessarily the great heights of himself, but the great heights of his enemy that brought him low.
The great heights of the multiverse.
Yeah.
A great height of...
Because as an Alhoon, whilst not perhaps the highest level of what that is, it is definitely a great height.
They certainly strive for it, yes.
Yeah, that would be the argument that I would put forward.
Okay.
And technically, what actually knocked Tanner unconscious? What was the thing that took him out? Was it
rats?
It was
the thing that knocked him unconscious was literally witnessing the world shattering before his very eyes.
then in that case, isn't that literally the great heights of, because of the nature of this spell, isn't that the great heights of a demigod or a god that brought him along in its essence?
They didn't see a god. They saw something that apparently, according to Kesarask,
Transcends
not even
the god.
gods dare look within.
Yeah, so in
something-
that case, a height or perhaps a depth even greater than the gods brought him low.
Mm-hmm. It even said that
Yeah,
it would
that-
claim the very heavens and drag them down.
I like that.
Actually, yeah,
I
that
think-
makes sense. I mean, the encounter itself was not glorious, but the thing that he was looking at was
Yeah.
the reality,
The height of
multiple realities,
devastation.
the multiverse itself
I think
being destroyed, chaos,
it is a
chaos
stretch,
and void.
but this was an incredibly grueling battle. And this will only ever work once. Grizz pulls out the doomsday cookie. We still have this.
I
Grizz, do
don't
it.
know what it is,
Do
but
it.
give it a go.
Do it.
Alright, someone read it. I can't read. He
it
hands a slip of paper.
It essentially functions as the Revivify spell, so it
It
needs someone who had
is.
Revivify on their spell list in order to be able to read it, because
What
it's
is
like
it,
a spell
Chris?
scroll.
Yes, effectively, yes.
In which case, it's on the Druid spell list according to Tasha's, assuming we're using the Tasha's additional.
It is. Yeah.
So I will attempt to read it to see if it works.
Oh shit. Alright. Eridanus. You read the words of the Doomsday Cookie. Something that seems as though it would make sense in this moment, potentially, but it feels like a very long stretch. It feels like great heights. Yes, the spell, the magic taking part here, the vision that happened was the height of potentially destruction, the height of chaos. You read the spell, the runes light up. The small, tiny slip of paper begins to turn to ash. And as it disperses, you feel like you've cast the spell. You feel like the scroll has been used. So you look down. Tanner's still not moving.
There's nothing. Hey.
Was it?
Damn it, Grizz! What did you do to it?
I didn't
Right,
know if I kept
right,
it safe.
Ever focused once in your life? Damn it!
Aya starts crying, and she is running for the witch's room, and she's gonna start frantically searching the shelves for anything that will work. Any
Old
potions,
magic.
any magic stones, anything. She's just panicked and turning things over.
You push open the drawers, slam the door open, upturning tables. You see bits of glass baubles like rolling to the ground. You see trinkets. You see like shafts of wands and hilts of swords kind of clattering around. You open drawer after drawer. You find tools, tinkering devices, and all kinds of kits for like inspecting jewels. There's no magic items. Nothing's complete here. It's all just components. Ember, you kind of come over towards
I
Tessera.
in absolute rage, burning rage, I use my reach to the blaze and incinerate the statue, the frozen statue.
Okay. As you melt it away, thawing them out, you perhaps unfreeze the last psychic message that was perhaps contained within. And it says, nothing, or in his voice rather, it says,
Nothing escapes the pull of eternity.
His body melts away. Nothing escapes the pull of
Pull.
eternity. Yeah. This is now nothing more than a burnt pile, a pool.
Cool.
Yeah, he's now a pool as well.
Yeah.
Grizz is in tears, and he grabs a hold of Tanner by his armor, by his breastplate, and he just pulls him up to like trying to get into his feet, and like shakes him.
I try the door, realizing it's locked. Resigned to the fact that he can't do anything. Saunters back over and shows Grizz and Eridonis the ring, which is now missing one charge, and this won't even work. It's blasphemy! Just like you said, Eridonis. The magic doesn't even work as it should!
What happened exactly?
Like you fucking said! It became cold!
So your fire became the opposite.
Yes!
It's a long shot, but actually, I'm just gonna stroll a straight intelligence check to see if Eridonis is no, or would he be stupid enough? Damn, because like I have an idea, but it's just like the idea is so stupid it might work based on what he said.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if he's smart enough to come up with the idea based on that roll. Essentially, what Eridonis is going to say is it turned fire to cold, turned it to its opposite. What
Oh my God.
What if you wished for Tanner to die? That
He
Yes.
already
did
did!
the opposite, then it would bring him back to life.
Do it, Ember.
That's
It's gonna work.
ridiculous!
Unless-
No, stop! You
Unless
don't stop it!
um,
Shut up, Grizz!
Sankiri, it's a long shot, and I'm not even sure if it's something you'd be able to cast, but is there any way you can preserve his body for the next day? If
What? Ah, God. He's
The
finally
gentle
he's
yeah.
finally out of it and snaps. Way to preserve. I'm afraid
Right.
not.
like only one of us knew gentle repose, but it's probably
Waters!
Do the thing, Ember.
Wait, Grizz! No! It's that he'll be gone forever!
No,
he is
it's
gone forever. The only way
it's already gone.
if
There's
if you
ways to bring
want-
people back.
yes, but they're beyond any of us. I could do it if we had the diamonds and I had the spell prepared today, but I don't have it.
Well, we want to do it tomorrow then. This shadow can wait. This is my
But-
Vizier. This is
Yes,
Tanner.
but the spell that I have in mind
Where'd Daya go?
only probably to see if she can find any other way.
What if Dad comes back in the room? What if we go to conjuration chamber? Can we conjure something?
I have no
Conjure
idea.
a potion, a spell, something.
Why
It'd
did
be
the
a
magic
creature.
change?
My guess is that whatever has warped the magic here and has been warping it has warped the ring. But I can't say for certain.
What is this
What-
stupid well,
what-
anyways?
What would you need? What would you need to bring him back?
I can't.
Well,
Hey,
Diamonds? We can conjure diamonds. We can get
yes,
diamonds.
but well, the thing is, the spell that I can do, but I don't have today, is only works if it's cast in the next minute. We would need to be able to preserve his body until then. Unfortunately, I don't have.
The best I can do is make a tomb for him and you see Zankiri shaping the marble, and it rises up beneath Tanner and lifts him up. It looks like he's, on a funeral
Yeah.
stone coffin.
Yes.
And Grizz like, wait, do it, keep going. What do you mean? Keep raising higher.
Oh,
Fine.
you mean drop him?
Zankiri raises the earth higher and higher, like 10 foot, 20 foot, and this chamber is 60 foot tall. I mentioned that when we went in.
God.
He says, okay, all right, drop it. What? You wish to
No.
desecrate his body? Do it! Fine. And he undoes his spell, and the earth comes back down, and Grizz goes to catch Tanner. I'm gonna roll his strength check. See if he can catch a paladin in full armor. Yeah, that's gonna be a feat.
I'll quickly cast guidance on him, like
Okay,
seeing what
okay.
he's planning for that extra D4.
All right.
I don't know if I'd have enough time to eat a couple first level spell slots to also assist with that.
He's doing it right now. He's already
Alright,
Yeah.
I don't know
21.
what's
Just
going on. Yeah, never mind.
21. He catches Tanner, and at that moment, you suddenly hear like a.
Ow!
Grizz,
Tanner!
what happened? What?
He made
Tanner?
Tanner's body fall from a great height. He triggered the spell.
Oh my god.
It's like everything you said is literal. Literal.
Literal.
Tanner, you're awake!
Dia hugs Grizz around the neck so hard.
He's still holding me.
Oh, I'm sorry. He puts you on your
Alright.
feet, but you're barely able to stand.
Yeah. As the way I'm gonna cast healing words in this case, I'm gonna say, "Good to have you back," and heal him for 8.
Tanner, what the? Never again!
That was an experience.
Also, I'm gonna look towards Kesserask and look towards the stone sorcerer as a bodyguard for Kesserask, and then just take a step away.
Are you all okay? Is anybody hurt?
We're all pretty battered. You just came
We're all
back from the
hurt.
dead, my friend.
Grizz was a genius. And
Or
she will
perhaps-
she'll go and hug Tanner and also start crying and strangle him around the neck.
And as you do, all of you will gain 2 additional hit points as I use the last of my lay on hands.
Right.
Oh,
Th-
a group
this-
hug, lay on hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Eridanis is actually going to look at this pool, which seemed to be liquid. Is it
I'm
still
talking
liquid
myself
again?
up.
It is, but it doesn't seem to be rippling and emitting light. It's just a flat.
Okay.
It almost looks like it would just be a flat disc of gold. But it's
Okay.
very reflective. You can actually even see your own face in it.
Okay. Might be pushing the confines of the spell a bit, but I'm going to look at everyone and be like, this was part of what caused the problem. I may have a way to get rid of it, but is that what we want?
This Ladorvu's breath? What is this thing?
What is it?
I need time to focus, research, think. Why are we
It's-
acting so rashly?
It almost seems like it's well.
No,
of
don't
sort-
destroy it. We don't know what it is.
It's what Kesserask was using to do whatever spell he was doing.
But it could have been trying to destroy the beast. This could.
I've forgotten his name again. What's the name of the stone sorcerer? My brain's gone.
Zankiri. In fact, I'll make his name visible to you guys.
Yeah.
Sankiri, didn't you say he was trying to contact another plane?
Yes, he said he was looking into whatever Lodorvu's breath was.
Then
That's
this...
what the Shadow Beast is. The Shadow Beast is Ladorvu's breath.
No. Ladorvu's breath is based on Kesserask's words. It's what the beast is the void. Ladorvu's breath is
Chaos.
something. Is chaos. It is what birthed the void and what can destroy the void.
Potentially.
It is rational.
Does the library have anything on this?
That's what, I remember there was 2 knockers, right? The golden knockers, south of the library. This could be. That's why I was trying to go. The library up there. It could be. Maybe I don't know.
Well, considering, does arcane lock go away when the caster dies? That's a really random question, but
Good question, but you know what? I'm just gonna say yes.
right.
I'll just
Right.
open these doors. Anyway?
Tanner, I realize that you aren't the type to read, but knowledge is what we need right now. So
I will definitely take the library over anything right now.
well, I was thinking Tanner, Dyer, Grizz, why don't you 3 go rest in the bathhouse, recover a bit, and me and Ember will do what we can to find information.
Maybe dust can help.
Possible.
Please,
Possible.
Tanner, take care of yourself.
In
I
fact,
never want to see that again.
Considering how badly it's affected Tanner, affected Ember, I'm gonna use my last spell slot of the day to do healing word again on Tanner, giving you another 9 back.
Shit. Well, I'm gonna one up you. Bear with, because
Feel free, but yeah.
Have I actually got healing? I have cure wounds. Cool. So Dyer, you get a 2nd level cure wounds. Ember, you get a 2nd level cure wounds.
Ooh.
I'm going. Let's see how you two are looking. You two are better. Fuck it. Everyone gets a 2nd level cure wounds.
Oh my god.
Grizz gets a cure wounds. Eridanus gets a cure wounds. And I get a cure wounds with my last spell slot.
We can rest, man. We can rest. We can short rest. We don't have to blow it all.
There we go.
We got hit
Sure.
dice.
Well, yeah.
We
Hell,
should
I suppose
find somewhere safe and recuperate. With
the
that shadow beast on the loose, I don't feel safe.
Oh, I actually have one more.
Zadkiri, your contract's fulfilled. Your employer is a puddle of water. Is it possible that I could perhaps contract you to protect my protector while I research?
Not a fit state to do any protecting, but I'll do.
I'll
what
show
I
him a
can.
platinum bar. I'll show him a platinum bar.
Deal.
Sankiri, why don't
offer
you
him
go
20
with
platinum.
them to the bathhouse? From what I understood, it seemed to have at least some sort of regenerative capabilities.
I will escort them myself. And he
I'll
takes the bar from your
I'll
hands.
hand him 1 platinum bar, yeah.
Come. Let us get somewhere safe.
Tanner will try and pull himself to his feet.
We'll see you soon, Tanner. I promise.
Stay
You look at your
safe.
body.
I will. I will.
Right.
To you, Tanner, it looks like you almost died by death from 1,000 cuts. All these little bites out of your like neck, out of your arms and such. But as far as like grievous wounds, doesn't appear to be any. What you experienced was a breaking of one's mind.
Psychological, yeah.
Yeah, whatever that was, whatever he was talking about, this this pull of eternity, this annihilation that was gazed into, that somehow even gods fear. It makes you even question the power of perhaps even your own deity. It's that profound, but you know,
If anything, it probably brought me closer to Raziel.
that's possibly true, yeah, as a potential way to combat this. But yeah, thinking about that just at the back of your head is what's really representative of your hit points, really.
Mm.
Okay, so you guys go to go to the bathhouse. I'll just say you're exiting stage left. As for Ember and Eridanus, you want to have a look at this strange artifact.
Yep.
Okay. If you want, you can spend the time to identify it, or you can just roll an Arcana check at first glance.
I'm gonna take time. We have time
Yep.
now.
Yeah,
Well, I guess
mean,
it's
if you want, yeah,
a little bit of fire and water working together here. Seems to be a
Yep.
theme with this place.
Fire and
Everything on opposites.
yeah.
Okay.
What can we make of this, Eridanus? And I will just investigate it and I check it over. I don't know, man.
I'm
Spending like
I'm-
hours.
yeah.
If I have to go to and from the library, I assume that the library's to the north, right?
It is,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna roll Arcana.
You
into
can
my
identify this
subtitle.
on a short rest.
Okay, yeah,
We'll
so
take
we'll
our
take
time.
a short rest looking over
Hopefully,
this, and then we'll go.
Mr. fucking Shadow Beast don't show up.
Okay.
If he
So-
does, you run. I'll do my best to.
If you
it at
finish
bay.
identifying this, it is an attunement item, but it is firmly locked in place here. This is probably why Kessera spends so much time here, because this takes a long time to attune to it and then to use it. But effectively, this allows you to replicate the spells of Contact Other Plane, and rather than having all of the adverse effects from it, it is instead projected into this chamber, such that you're basically experiencing a group spell. And yeah, that's what you witnessed when you first came in here, was everyone was under this spell, which is literally a DC 15 saving throw. If you fail, take 66 psychic damage and are insane until you finish a long rest. But rather than going completely insane, well, it seems like almost Kesterax really did do that. The others who are witnessing it, rather than taking on like not able to do anything, they experienced a long-term madness. Anyway, you can, on a successful save, ask any entity up to 5 questions. They could be a demigod, a spirit of a long-dead sage, or some other mysterious entity from another plane.
Eridanus? So
Mhm.
after fire and water doing their work, I'll turn to him and I think more than saving our friend, we saved the key to the end of all of this.
Certainly.
What if he were to contact Raziel himself and ask for guidance on how to defeat this shadow? It's his shield, right? Dawn gave him the gift. He just doesn't know how. Maybe Raziel can provide him. He has the tools. Maybe Raziel can provide him with the wisdom.
Yes, certainly a possibility. I mean, he's searching for Raziel, like.
And there's incredible
But
Eridanus.
this might, even if Raziel is not where he's meant to be, if this can contact any being across any plane, then that might be enough.
What would you suggest? And then who would you contact? Who do you think would be? Who,
Well,
I don't know. What being? I don't deal in religion generally. I've kind of avoided it.
The only thing I can think of is, and this seems, honestly, I feel like this is not too a stretch of imagination. The Dorvu's breath had to be named after someone. What if you tried to contact the Dorvu? I don't know who that would be, but must be named after someone to have that sort of name.
Just looking at this thing, however, with great potential come great consequence. I would hate to have someone driven mad. Daya, she still doesn't look right. She's still twitching a lot.
As much
Yeah.
as there is a risk to it,
Or is it still
If-
hallucinating?
if we use the potion of heroism, that will give us a boost. Then if Tanner
What
is,
does it do? That potion.
it essentially, and I've
The
because we
bless
know,
spell.
yeah, the bless spell, so it can give you like
Okay,
a 1d4 on a save. I think
Okay.
that's bless, right?
It gives you
1d4
some.
on
It gives you some temporary HP as well. I think.
Yeah. So it's a
Contact
risk.
other plane. I've never dealt with this spell.
Yeah. But
Never even heard of it. Warlock and wizard.
yeah,
Cast it.
it's the effects of it seem to rack the brain. So
If we were to contact, as you said, Ladorvu, I guess I could attempt that. It would be quite scary, but
if you had the effects of the potion on you and you had Tanner nearby, then
I would need his guidance for sure.
your
He's my
mind
protector,
your
after
mind
all.
should be able to cope. I'm just seeing if there's anything. If we can wait till tomorrow, if the
I'm
stars are
far
in
too
our
tired for anything today.
if
certainly.
the stars are in our favor, I can also potentially assist. But let's see if the stars will be.
Tanner may still wish to contact Raziel regardless. This could be a great thing for him.
I can potentially
I just
help
want to point
both.
out, whilst you have the elsewhere flask, you could probably literally pick will or woe with that ability.
That is a really good point. I didn't even think of that. That's actually pretty cool. I will have to keep that in mind.
Mhm.
But for now, the others have gone to the bathhouse and rested. I think we should head there ourselves, perhaps rest in the guest chambers, and
We've been here a while. Let's see how they're doing. And the
Yeah.
Eridanis, I'd like to apologize. I may have misjudged you. I mean, we are plain touched elementally. We are brothers in a way,
yes,
even if things are strange.
yes, but I can see why you. I can see why you've acted the way you do, and I have perhaps not been the most considerate either. I've been perhaps snappish and lashed out more. Honestly, it's almost like there's a voice in my head just telling me to antagonize you every now and then. Not sure what that is. But,
Yeah, you get I get that a lot. Wait.
but
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, Ember. Whatever happens whilst we're in the hut, as long as we're traveling together, I will do whatever I can to help make sure the party's goals succeed, even if that means going against the Bone Mother herself or laying down my very short life for it. But I don't know why I came into existence nor how, but there must be a purpose, and that purpose,
I think it was
like a river to the sea, brought me to you. So let's just see how things go.
There's a bit of Nissa in you, I think. She was pretty stalwart, pretty determined in their way. I imagine. I mean, you are of them. I imagine that perhaps. I don't know. It's all very unusual, but you got good soul, Eridanis. You got good soul. You'll do well.
Yes.
And we make our way to
Think
the bathhouse.
with that, then, as you guys retire to the bathhouse, I think there's a good place to end tonight's session after
Wow.
that grueling combat. but
Oh,
That was
I hate
ugly.
that
Very,
so
very
much.
ugly.
it's a nasty one.
Yeah.
God
Okay.
knows what gibberish that mind flayer was talking about. But
There's
I wanted to just point
important
out
stuff
lastly,
there.
I'm sure you looted the body, didn't you, at some point?
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
if I turned it to water, if I would have seen something
Yes.
Yeah.
left
You
over.
would
Any
have.
magic items, anything would have survived.
There is something which we'll get onto next week, but you picked up basically the belongings, which was a spell book and one other strange trinket, but we'll leave that for next session. I'll describe it in full detail then. But you do
Alright,
have
well,
something there.
I'll say that when I went to Roasty Toasty, out of anger, I will. I'll present it to the group. We can look into what it
Yeah.
is.
Cool.
And it was when you thought it out. Do you remember hearing that psychic echo? It was like it was being pulled into something.
Oh.
Psychic echo pulled into.
Yes, you heard him say one more line.
Yeah, I wrote
Oh,
it down.
I
Beyond the
think
stars
I've-
are laws far greater than any can imagine.
That was his line before when he died. But when you thought him out, he said nothing escapes the pull
escapes
of
the
eternity.
pull of eternity.
That voice sounded like it was being pulled away, and it sounded like it was echoing, like you just got the very end of it. But you sensed
Okay.
as though that voice was being pulled into something as well.
I think I might
And,
know what this item is. Out of
Yeah,
character, but-
you might
I
know.
have no idea.
You
Because
picked
We'll
up
find
on
out
some
next
of that.
week.
I think my halfling had one of these in another campaign.
For now, all I'll say is that it is contained for now, perhaps in a small pouch. You haven't looked inside of it yet, but you have got basically his satchel, where he would keep his spellbook and other belonging. There is some sort of trinket in there. You can hear it rattling around, but you haven't opened it yet.
We'll present that to the group next week.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much for watching. We're going to sign off here. What a crazy episode that was. I'm just happy everyone's alive.
Yes.
Barely. But that is one scroll of Revivify burnt.
Yay for Doomsday cookies.
And one
Mhm.
wish spell burnt.
Burnt.
Or should I say
Expensive
frozen?
combat. Yeah.
At least you burnt it in a way which isn't going to warp reality in some way that like either benefits us or screws us over. You just use
Right,
it to cast
you were
a
just
spell.
like, give me fire, and it gave you ice. But yeah, we'll ponder on that over the week. Till then,
I
take care.
will be.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to be driving the bus wondering what the fuck happened. Yeah.
All right. Signing off.
All right.
See you later. Congratulations, lads.